All right. Good evening. I actually had, I had everybody on the stage, and then I said everybody kind of deserves an introduction. So, hi, good evening. Welcome to like a special edition of like Jess Machado Show, 24 on 24, Bunny After Dark, Third Dimension. We've added an extra show this week to do something we haven't done yet, which is to kind of give our take on the exit interview. And I've brought a panel of people along with me. It's the first time I've hosted a panel. And it seems like it's something that's been missing, considering we kind of already have a panel, like a virtual panel, when we talk about things anyway. The chat is so tight and all of these people are constantly talking. Why not have some people join me here on the show with me? So without further ado, let me add our panel for this evening. If you have not, please do us a favor, like and share whatever social media platforms you use. It'll be helpful to make sure people know, because we normally aren't on at night. And so it'll get the word out that we're out here and we're having a little like fireside chat, so to speak. This is Moons. Some of you may know her as our producer of the week last week. And Moons is joining us tonight. Hi, Moons.
Thank you for having me. Hi.
Hello.
This you may know as J7. She is one of my friends, and she also has one of the most amazing YouTube channels out there. And she's joining us tonight as well.
From miles apart, if you will.
Please give a warm welcome to fan favorite Spicy Misty.
Hands up.
Hi, family. Hi, family.
She has blessed us with her presence. She is camped up. I'm so excited.
Briefly.
We're so happy to have you.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for being here. You may also be familiar with this gem. Her name I have given her is Dirty River, but this is Dirty Water Diva. She is also a Jessica, if you don't know. There are 3 Jessicas on this panel. And so she is joining us as well. Hi, Jess.
Hello. Oh, she's frozen. You're up, babe. Okay, next.
Lastly, this is someone who has kind of been floating around out there for a little while, and I have been watching her, and she is one of the prettiest YouTubers around, and she is joining us tonight. Please welcome Miss Peachy Keen.
Hi.
Thank you for joining us.
Can everybody hear me?
We can hear you now.
We can
Thank
hear
you,
now.
because I thought I was deaf.
Okay.
So thank you, everybody, for coming here. So one of the things that I thought had to be revisited in a really healthy way is the exit interview. So much stuff has changed since the exit interview. And I don't know if it's trauma, but I kind of just like didn't go back and really look at it, listen to it, watch it. And I thought it needed to have some sort of like conversation around it. And I feel like it's time, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to play it. But before we do, Spicy Misty, can you tell me and everybody else what you suggested that I play beforehand?
I suggested that you play the last thing that you said about Baker before he did the Four Loko stream.
which is actually what we're going to play next. So let me pull that up for you. If you don't know, this was on the 24 on 24 titled Depart From Here. It seems like it was a very inconsequential moment in time, but it
Hilarious.
really actually changed everything. So let's share that right now. And it's a little less than 10 minutes. So let's.
Man was traumatized.
Kind of. I guess he was. Let's play this now.
Jess Walsh is here. Sorry, my throat is like weird. Even in the Jess Walsh situation, what happens on X, it all gets fucking fucked up and weird or whatever. Jess Walsh is a fucking good fucking human being. I am fucking telling you, she is a good human being. That fucking bitch is a fucking real one. Her crashing out over fucking whatever and posting pictures, fine. Whatever. I'm telling you, she's a good fucking person. I'm no character.
Can anybody hear me? Because I can't hear anybody. How about that?
By the way, I'm never fucking wrong.
Oh. Oh, is it doing something?
I'm never wrong. She's good
Never.
people.
It's true.
Facts.
The pauses are too long.
I just want to say
I'll fill them in.
that when that guy got fleshlights, I bet he fucking liked it. Okay? Okay. I am done for the day. I'm going to see you tonight. Stay off fucking X. Hang out on YouTube. It's fun there. Hang out in other places in real life or do whatever. Thanks for everybody for hanging with me today. Thanks for the crash out. If you send me
J3, you're echoing.
I'm going to tell you to go fuck yourself. You will promptly get a response from me that says, go fuck yourself. Don't send me shit from X anymore.
I'm so mean.
Don't send me a swear. You mean to tell me that before I go, you mean to tell me that the baker got a gift
Can
from
Lindsay
Jessica
hear me?
Walsh of
No.
I can hear you.
crocheted butt
can
plugs
hear
and
you.
dildos,
Oh.
a fleshlight, and what looked like a titty that you could touch. I don't know what that titty did. Some sort of silicone titty. I've never seen that before. I don't know exactly what was going on with that one because it was just one, so it's not two. And it wasn't attached to a doll or anything. So I don't know exactly what was going on with the titty in the box. But I know a fleshlight when I see one, okay? And I'm going to tell you something. That man's dick was in that fleshlight. You know it and I know it. He probably fucking thought about you and told you to go fucking in a Home Depot and fucking clutch your vagina fucking 10 times and text him about it while he fucked that fleshlight. You and I know it and whatever, and he liked it. And then all of a sudden he had some sort of like fucking big fucking moment of clarity and he didn't fucking want to be a part of it anymore. Or maybe the sexy got a little too crazy and he was like, whoa, I'm backing out. But of no doubt that man fucking enjoyed it. He set all of the items up on the table in a display and then took a photo of it. Okay?
Did a live
Come on.
unboxing.
And by the way, there's nothing wrong with that. But don't fucking pretend you didn't fucking get off to fucking Jessica Walsh, her tits, and her fucking being your fucking online sex slave. You know it and I know it. Actually, just own it and I would like you more. How about that? Just own it. Instead of being like, I'm going to go on a valid truth journey of my own and not, then I am not going on
Racist.
a valid truth journey on my own. Why don't you just say it? I would like to say from my hotel room that I definitely put my breadstick into the fleshlight that the person who I will
This is
not
racist.
name sent to me. I would like you more. I could just be like, yeah, man, you're a real one. Instead, we gotta pretend you didn't do any of this stuff. Just embrace your feral fucking side, sir. Own it. Own it.
Go.
We'll feel different.
Okay? Own it.
Own it.
Stop denying it. You got the fleshlight. Your dick was in it. Doesn't make you a bad person. but don't act like you're some fucking superior person over her, because Jess Walsh isn't sending fleshlights to anybody that doesn't fucking want them. Okay, actually, like, just fully embrace the whole thing, and I would literally just like be like, you know what, got it. But
Jackson
it's the
gave me
weird way that he's doing it, like it's not good anymore, and it's a way, it's like making her feel like shame, and I don't like that. Do you know what I mean? That's how I feel about it. I never watched his show, and I know he's got followers and everybody likes him. I mean, no ill will towards him. I'm allowed to give my opinion. He's allowed to give his opinion. I give my opinion. I'm just going to tell you, in real life, I like Jessica Walsh. I don't really fucking care if people don't like her, or if they say she's an instigator or whatever. Who isn't? But fucking Val's an instigator. She does fucking shit. All these people get into fucking shit. Nicola Maxwell. I fucking had a weird vibe about her in the beginning. Now she's fucking whatever, dude. Everybody's a fucking menace on the internet. But don't fucking act
superior.
Why would she send that all?
Oh, you're done now.
Because that's the kind of relationship they had. You know it, and I know it. And I'm going to tell you something. If he didn't want it, or didn't like it, he wouldn't have taken it all out of the box, set it up in a fucking aesthetically proper photo op, take a picture and send it to her with pride and say, look at all of the things that you sent me. I'm sorry, that's not how he said it. Look at all of the things that you sent me. He would have said, why did you send me all of these things? I don't appreciate any of these sexual toys. Please do not contact me again. Okay? That's what it would look like. Instead, what he did was he said, let me arrange the boobie and the flashlight and my crocheted dildos on my table with pride, and take a photo and send them to my internet sex slave, Jessica Walsh. That's what he did. That's what he did. He's not a victim of a predatory sexual predator, Jessica Walsh. He was a willing participant, and he tells you he won't talk about it because he's got shame.
Shame.
Don't have shame.
Don't have shame. We don't have bunnies. Don't have shame.
No shame.
I'm still trying to figure out if it was a flashlight.
We're done here for the day. Don't come get mad at me. Don't come cancel me. Stop it.
That worked.
No, I don't need a bunch of fucking baguettes in my fucking chat getting mad at me. I love the baker. He's so amazing. He's wonderful. I love him.
Totally.
Go out and fucking impact. Go fucking decorate your own town halls. Goodbye. I love you. Bunny After Dark is at 8:00. Bunny After Dark is tonight.
I'm such an asshole.
8 p.m. And we will be going on our own valid truth journey about flashlights tonight.
It's so
I will
slow.
not show the receipts because
Oh my god.
I do not do that. I am better than you. But I will give my
Jesus Christ.
review of the flashlight.
Such a
And
such a racist
I
impression.
will give my review of the boobies that I was sent. I will be in Hollywood this week. And if you see me out in the public place and you want me to sign your real boobies, I will do that. But only when I am in public and not when I am in my hotel privately.
Oh my God.
Is all I want to say. So tonight, I will see you on Bunny After Dark, and we will
Just when you think
review
it's over.
Okay, it's over.
Flashlights.
No,
You keep going.
And that
let it go.
is all. Thank you,
All the
and
way.
goodbye.
Okay.
It's all
There
your
we go.
favorite Jess Machado
Tremendous
song.
stuff.
So, first of all, let me start. I can't believe these people were trying to ruin my life over that. I can't believe it.
Crazy.
I can't believe it. That's all I'm going to say. I'll proceed. Moon's thoughts on this now that we've revisited it?
Yeah, I think, it's so hilarious. But I think it definitely triggered the men. It definitely got under their skin.
The pussy
Yeah.
boy man.
They were offended or ashamed. I don't know.
I feel like I've just been shagged through a hedge backward, for Christ's sake. Need a cigarette after that. Tremendous stuff. Elite content. 10 out of 10. No notes.
Spiciness.
Does the punishment fit the crime?
I
No.
don't
I
There you
don't
go.
think it does.
Now, fuck no, it doesn't.
Peachy?
No, I mean, I re-listened to that, not kind of somewhat recently. Is my volume okay, by the way?
It's good. We can hear you.
It's better. Okay. And it's just, first of all, it was so funny to me. But second, I was really trying to pinpoint where did he get pissed off. And then when you re-listen to the Four Loko, because that's when he lets it all loose, you can tell it's like this was his excuse to just let months of whatever go, So I think this was just like this kind of hurt his ego big time because he needs to be seen as like this big gnome, whatever.
Right.
But he's really just like a bitch. So
I hadn't listened to that in a long time. That's the first. I listened to the first couple minutes of it, but it's crazy to think that I was obviously like on a kind of like I was coasting there. You know what I mean? Like it was kind of like funny, and I kind of kept like tapping into like more comedy. It was only coming from a place of comedy. It was never coming from a place of hate.
Ever.
It was never coming from a place of like wanting to be an asshole. Like I listening to that again, I'm reminded of where I was. I was definitely being protective of Jessica, but like I don't understand how that could have turned into where we're at right now. It's crazy. So
That could have turned into all the words that they used. What words did they use? They said you called him what? Ladies?
A deviant, a predator.
yeah,
I'm the only predator. Thank you.
I did call you a sexual predator, Jessica.
It's true. She doesn't lie, guys. And what's odd too is you were giving him the opportunity there to laugh off the sex. He was obviously upset. That picture had been up since February. I don't know why it bothered him so much, but had he just had a sense of humor, you were giving him an avenue to exit to laugh about it.
Right.
Yep.
That's not
It
what
was, but that wasn't the goal. The goal was they needed a spark. There's the conspiracy. They needed a spark that lit the flame that started all this. Because watching that is absolutely ridiculous. How is that any worse than what Aiden does damn near every night?
Right.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I still can't believe that that's the spark, so to speak. I can't really believe it. So that ultimately led to Four Loko, and Four Loko ultimately led to Aiden making the statement about everybody kind of focusing and getting back to work, so to speak. That ultimately led to the stream that Will had where he was going to do a petty. I don't know who it was exactly on, but Aiden joined. And Will started that off with like a lot of like piss and vinegar. And then he ultimately had Aiden come on. He backed off. And then it pivoted from what they were doing together to them kind of like, that's the first time I heard Aiden, say something about me where he said he didn't like my stream. And then they kind of went on, and then you had Rebecca Lavoie join. I can't remember who else joined.
That's the one where they had me backstage. And
yes,
when Baker was up, because I never wanted to be on with Baker, but I thought I could go after so that we could equally tell our truths.
Yeah.
Because Baker got up and lied on you. Right. And Aiden halfway through so they must have been, they were communicating of some kind, because Aiden goes to Will Cutter, and that's when they booted me out. They had me sit there for 20 minutes.
Yeah. And then that ended up leading to, Aiden texting me and insisting that we do our own conversation, just like the one that he had with Will. Mm-hmm. I had multiple text messages where I said I thought it had no value. We don't need to do it. It certainly doesn't need to be done on public on a live stream. I was super nervous. And I remember talking to some people and I was like, how do I prep for this? How do I go into it? Do I, am I a hard ass? Like, how do I, and I think it organically kind of like did itself, but let's put some of it on. I don't know if we're going to get through the whole thing. All right, perfect.
Trying.
Shut up.
There you are.
I think it was the whole drop thing, okay?
Okay.
Drop.
We'll go with
We'll
that.
just give it in. Listen.
Guys, it
doesn't
fell out.
I will come for you, all right, girl?
I believe you.
Watch out.
There's
mute us.
Now you have an echo.
You gotta mute us.
Dirty River.
I muted.
No.
Oh, there's no echo if she stays muted. So anytime you want to talk, just unmute.
Okay, perfect. You can hear us though. All right, let's start this and let's just
go. We'll go as long as we can. I made it 16 minutes through the Four Loko stream last night.
Ready to go.
Yeah, you get 5 minutes in before you start screaming.
Hold on. We're ready. Let me get it on there.
Shout out YB, never change. Hope your power comes back on. What happened? A tornado?
Oh, that sucks.
YB lost her power?
Since Monday.
Oh, what? It's Thursday.
Yeah, she just got a hotel.
Oh.
That sucks.
That's insanity. Sorry for that.
For sure.
Well, I don't know. Like, all I said was that I don't like your show, right? And because I'm a man. No men like your show. Like, no men listen, and you can't take that personally.
Shout out 2%.
Okay.
I'll start with that.
Ben Rosa.
Okay.
Shout out Tommy.
Do you think your show is a show that's geared to men?
My show is my show based on what I want to talk about. If it happens to be women, I mean, I pay attention to my audience. I know. Hold on.
Is his show geared to women? What a dumb question, Aiden.
How do I play this? How do I play this back faster?
Playback speed.
Oh, there it is. I can't see. Want to do it that way?
Yeah. Okay.
On my demographic, but I don't cultivate my content based on my audience. I think I cultivate my content based on what I like to do.
Okay. Yeah. And you would agree that, what, 98%, I think was the number you said, of your audience is women, right?
Correct.
So when you see in the text message that Baker says that he doesn't like your show, is that surprising to you?
It was not based on that. It was based on my politics and some statements that I've made on my show and who I platformed on my show.
Okay. So, because in my opinion, the root of all this thing with you and Baker is that text message that Jay Walsh showed you. Why do you think she showed you that text message?
But
okay,
I have a question.
Okay.
So,
yes.
Go ahead.
He's incorrect. Why does he think it? You just told him the fact that his opinion is incorrect, and then he doubles down to say it's still my opinion. Like, we lived it, buddy. Don't you think we'd know what happened? What happened was she had Kane on her show and he dumped me because of it. That's what happened.
I think we get to it, but he insists on this. And then I'm like, I knew about this a long time ago. Like
I first told you he didn't like you and was talking shit in December.
Yeah, I was going to say it was January, but it was well before all of this was happening.
Yeah.
Right.
He just really
it
needed.
was long before it all started. He didn't like you from the beginning, and I'm telling you right now, he didn't like you, Jess, and I know I can feel it. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings.
Who, Aiden or Baker?
Aiden and Baker too. I'm sorry, I'm late.
He just Aiden for some reason really needed the root of all this to be J7. But how I understood it was that you were trying to get them to collaborate. And then when that didn't work out, what you did was you went to Jess and you said, okay, it's just not going to happen. He doesn't like your show. He doesn't. And
the only
then
reason I initially did that, I don't mean to cut you. The only reason I initially did that was because we were sending the bunnies over to him every night, and he was telling me how much he doesn't like any of the bunnies and how much he was disrespecting all of the bunnies, not even just Jess. But keep going.
And that was months before. That was months and months before. So what was happening at the time, like in real time when this was happening, was you were going through the hurt that you were feeling that Baker caused, and you were going to somebody that you knew would listen to you, which was Jess.
Right.
And so now go back to the 10 minutes we just watched. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. He just needs it. But here's the thing. Aiden has no clue what he's talking about. He doesn't know.
I agree with that. And I'm going to interrupt here. I think when he wanted this interview, there was no way he wasn't coming prepared. I think he kind of had notes, and he decides to start with this, which I think set the tone for everything, because he has this all wrong. I don't think he knew anything. I don't know if this is like being fed to him or somebody else is giving him the times or whatever, but like, how is this ever even going to go well when he starts off with this and he has all of this scenario wrong?
Correct.
He reads the chat the whole time,
and
you
the whole
are
time
paying attention to him,
right?
Because you care about the actual friendship.
And then you have people like Spicy Misty Pio, who's in our chat right now, saying, "Why did I harass and stalk Baker? I never harassed or stalked Baker. You're mistaken."
He wishes.
The one text message, there were things that he said about me and what I was doing on my show. So I haven't shared all of those. And unfortunately, Jess is the one that can share what she wants to share. But the statements that were made she was trying to encourage a collaboration. Like, other people were coming on my show. So she was like to him, you should go on Jess's show, right? And he was like, I would never go on her show. It's trash. She platforms racists. She's racist. She's a bigot, blah, 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 blah. And then other things that I saw that he said. So, but again, those things just stayed in the background. I existed and continued on knowing that.
Why do you think she showed you that?
It was in the middle of a conversation dealing with, I know what you're trying to do with this particular thing here, because you already did it in a private text message for me. You feel very, confident that the reason she shared that was to get me to help her fight her battle. And you can, if you prefer to say that, then go ahead and say that. You don't need to extract it from me.
Why do you think she showed you that?
I can't speculate on why. There's a whole weeks of conversations with Jessica Walsh that I can't really begin to understand the motivation behind them.
It was more or less like it wasn't like a deliberate thing. It was organic. You know what I mean? It was like part of a conversation about something bigger.
Right. And like it's hard to put into words how weird his reaction was about there were screaming arguments that went on for hours every night for weeks and weeks prior to Kane and after Kane. And I considered Jess like a friend at the time, maybe like an online friend at the time, but either way, I don't know what to tell everyone. When some guy is talking shit on my friends, I tell my friend about it. I wasn't telling her to incite a problem. It was because I was baffled by his reaction. I was going through hours a night, and remember, his time is 6 hours ahead. We would be on his time, right? So the conversations would happen after his night show, which is 1 or 2 in the morning, and go till 5 a.m. Like I didn't sleep for almost a month and a half because it was every night for hours screaming, and it would just be this constant loop that both of us were responsible for. We shouldn't have been arguing about it.
I think another thing that I think about at the time was a good point that was made a few minutes ago. I don't know who said it was. Somewhere along the way, at the end of one of my shows, somebody was like, hey, send us over to Baker. And he was, I believe, the first person I ever sent people over. I think I learned how to do it in real time.
And it was when Cyber Chick was a mod, and I was in the chat saying, I was saying he broke my heart or something like that, which is, I don't know what to tell everyone. In the chat, saying that is summarizing like 2 months worth of shit in one sentence. And I was trying to say, don't be sending the bunnies over there.
Yeah, but I'm saying prior to that, we were sending the bunnies, and it was just like out of a courtesy, you know what I mean? And I think also, like, what an idiot I was, blindly sending everybody over there. And the whole time he fucking hated me. You know what I mean? And and he's like getting all
Wouldn't
of
it
my.
make me a terrible person not to have told you?
Well, I guess some people I guess his point here is, why did you tell me? Did I need to know? Do you need to know? Right. I let me put it out there to everybody. I always want to know. I always want to know. I never want to not be privy to that information. So let me keep going with this, because the fact that he's like, this is what he came out of the gate with kind of is crazy to me.
We know
You
that
have
he was
opinions about
getting
everything,
head
but you don't have
under
an opinion about why
Jeff
Jess Walsh shared that
during the
screenshot with
show.
you.
What?
So we know he was getting head during a live show. So I think we know a lot about
Aiden
him.
once did.
Yeah,
LG
like,
too.
banging in bathtub, just because, so who is he? Like,
Oh my
why do we
God.
need to know that? Like,
What?
yeah, I mean, listen,
Yeah.
I watched every single episode of his. I remember, especially,
Oh,
so
That Leah
you
girl.
can't just say, yeah. And do you think she wanted people to know that?
Right.
So
If Aiden hadn't, when I woke
It's
up
a
that morning after I
hypocrisy.
had dropped the text, if Aiden hadn't made a big deal about it, it never would have been a big deal.
Right.
You just out of the blue, she's like,
Jess
"Here's
Walsh,
this thing,
Jess
like,
Walsh could show me the screenshot. It's my choice on whether I react to it or if I find that it has value to me. And
That's
so, in
not
my
even-
opinion,
like, why do you think she showed you that? For what purpose?
I think Jess Walsh showed me all of the things she showed me to try to get me to believe her.
I feel sorry
Okay,
for him
and
that he thinks.
then you would do what with this? Why does she care what you think about Baker?
I think she was feeling very alone.
Okay, and she shared intimate conversations between her and some guy across the ocean that she's sexting with, right? And she said, "Here's what he's saying. Here's what he thinks about you," right? Do you not see what she's doing?
Wrong. He told me, you told me the stuff about what he thought about me earlier. And then later, this whole thing was happening and I was learning even more, right? Like, so his timeline is completely skewed. He's packaging this all together and it's not even the same timeline. It doesn't even, and he's forgetting also the height of where people were attacking you, right? Before I ever said a word about him was just before I said anything. And it's all going crazy. And I wanted to know. I asked you. He doesn't even know this. I texted Jessica Walsh and I was like, I need to know. You don't have to show me screenshots. I just need to authenticate that this relationship that you had with him is true. Because first of all, Baker was not saying anything about it.
Well, remember the DM you had with Baker? That's why you asked me to show you like that. You were like, I gotta see something because
like
Baker outright denied it. Yeah.
Blanket denial. And
so, that's when I didn't want to show any of it because I had promised Baker I would never do that. I was trying to honor that promise. And when I ever found out that he flat out lied to you is when I was like, well, fuck this, and showed you. And I did it. I showed her a couple things.
But the way that he's saying it makes it sound as if you solicited me. And the reason for this is because this is how he works, right? So he puts plans in place and he starts picking people who can do things and say things. We don't live like that over here.
It gives away.
I hate to disappoint everybody, but there is no plans, no plans of attacks. There's no we're not proactive here. I say it all the time. I'm always on the defense because I never really take action like this. But the way that he's expressing this and framing it, it's like Jessica called me and was like, no, dude, I got the message from Baker. He basically denied everything between him and Jessica, downplayed everything. And I went to her and I was like, dude, I need fucking proof. Sorry if you want, you don't have to, but I want proof. And then after she did that, and at a later 24 on 24 is when I publicly said, drop the receipts. Meaning if there's still people out here that don't believe this ever even happened and they're dragging you, fucking give them a taste. Show them that this is a real thing. Give us one thing. Give them what I saw so they know that this is legit.
I mean, it becomes more evident Aiden's mind state too. When he talks about me helping with the move.
Casey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it kind of makes me feel sorry
with the information about Baker.
I was thinking of I didn't initially see it how you see it. I initially saw it as man, I feel bad for whatever he's been through in his life that he would have that jaded of a perspective on another human being that they're using they would use someone that, or like only do nice things for a means to an end for themselves. But now, after some time and reflecting back, I see what you see. I can see both options, but I see a lot more of what you're saying than I did originally.
What were you going to say? Was it Peach or Jess?
Peachy.
What were you going to say?
No.
Oh, nothing?
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Carry on, darling.
Can I say something? So J7, those first set of text messages where you shared his opinions about Jess, would you say that those were shared to protect Jess? Because obviously we were supporting Baker, right? So that is like a daily activity that we do on a daily basis. Like we're constantly, trying to tell her like, don't support these people, whatever, they're shady, they're two-faced, whatever. And then the second set were truly the relationship that you guys had. And Jess was asking like,
and it's because he outright denied that we had a relationship at all to her.
Right. And
she's just a crazy person who's making this all up.
Right. And when Jess said drop the receipts, that was to expose his lie. He was blatantly denying it.
And it wasn't that Jess was encouraging me to do it. It was, I know if I had dropped the entire 4 months of text or whatever, she would have supported me. But it was always my decision whether or not to do it. And I had made him a promise that I would never do that. And there's still people today that want me to drop them all. I just don't think I think it actually does. Letting him show us who he is the best receipt. It's better than anything that's in that text message thread.
But at the time, I felt like there was a ton, like everybody was basically painting you as a crazy bitch. And I was like, she's not. And like, I would have, like, at that point, I would have already broken. I would have, look at what happened with Cheryl, Cyber Chick. You know what I mean? Like, it just took her like perpetuating this lie that like I shit talked Kim. And I was like, let me read you fucking everything, because I'm not going to let that like narrative live out there like that long. And I give you a lot of credit. You still haven't shared them or whatever. But like, I personally felt there was at least something you could have shown. We don't need to now. It
would have saved a lot of problems if I had done it.
Maybe.
Sorry.
Was when they were still okay. It wasn't recent. I knew about how he felt about me months ago in real time.
If she's showing you that text message, I guarantee they're not okay, because there's no other reason for her to show you.
Well, it wasn't. I mean, it's not even up for discussion. It wasn't in the middle of this. I have been privy to his feelings about my show for a very long time, since he first said it to her. So it is not, if you're trying to liken it to like she did this as a whole.
The look on his face there is just of like complete, like he got had
bamboozled.
You know what I mean?
And then he's going to start looking at his chat a lot more after this.
Plot to upend and to get me. I have known that he doesn't like my show back when Kane came on my show. He didn't like Kane. He said Kane is racist, and there were other things that Kane had done or whatever. So this is going back to when Kane was on my show. So
you said Kane is racist.
I said that Kane said some racist things, and I chose not to platform anymore. It wasn't because Baker said it. I got feedback from other people that his statements were.
You agree? It sounds like you agree with him.
I think everybody has the right to say what they want, but I didn't want to platform him on my channel any longer. So if he wants to go on his channel or on anybody else's, that's his choice. But I felt, especially with some comments about Jews and things like that with my children, I didn't feel comfortable with it being on my channel. But I believe he has absolute right to say whatever he wants.
My point here is that you don't seem to disagree with Baker. Like you just said that he says racist things. Baker says that you platform racists. Sounds like he does agree.
Well, I mean, you want to move past it, but we're not going to move past the fact that I've known about Baker not liking me or my content for months prior to this. And that seems to be what you wanted to come out of the gate with. So take the L on it. I've known about it for a long time. It's not like while this whole thing is blowing up, she's like, by the way, here, I've known about it.
Why do you care what he thinks? Why do you care what Baker thinks? You're not friends with him. Who cares?
I was very happy to keep that information private. I never even discussed it.
You've never discussed that? How do I know?
Recently. I mean, listen, I don't have a timestamp right in front.
Because he has no idea what's going on.
But think of the preposterous. What are you talking about, Aiden? You're a journalist. You know very well. You don't get because the truth is she hasn't you can't just make up in your head something that's false and then say disprove a false.
I think it's very obvious that he picked this to start. he didn't have enough information. He was misled by whoever or the chat, and he came in on this. It started it off on the wrong foot. I think there were moments where I looked at him. I look at him now and I recognize he recognizes he's off on this. It's not quite lining up, and it's certainly not something to come out of the gate with. And like, there's nothing that you can do about it. And also, like, what do you mean? Why do I care? Why does he care about what everybody thinks about him?
I would also point out, I don't know, Aiden, because what Baker did to me was, whether or not I'm insane or not, what Baker did to me was really hurtful and like traumatizing and like a form of mental abuse. 4 months, that's still going on. I didn't abuse him or like manipulate him for months. Like, I think Jess saw me hurting, and it was hard to see somebody hurting.
And it was also, there was nobody standing up for you. There was
and
nobody.
I was getting run out of chats. It was like, we won't go back through it all.
We don't want to,
because I could have handled a lot of it better. I handled it how I handled it, but it was very painful. So I think whatever you want about that. And Kane would like one comment.
Be nice.
Kane would like one comment read.
This is when I started having people on my show on Bunny After Dark. Jimmy came on, people were coming on, and Jess Walsh was in a relationship with him, whatever. And she was like, I'm really trying to get Baker to come on your show. And I was like, okay, I don't know where he would fit in. And then she was like, he really won't listen to me. He thinks you're racist. He thinks you're platforming racist. And I was just like, okay. And I was like, but it's just like Kane's opinion. It's not mine. And she's like, he thinks you're all drama. He thinks that you don't have any good content. He says that you have, nothing really good on your show. You don't talk about anything. And I was like, fuck him, dude. Like, I'm not criticizing his show. By the way, I wasn't asking for him to come on my show. So this conversation happened months ago. So I always had in my mind how he felt about me. I don't care. I didn't react to it. I didn't comment on it. And that's that. So if that's what you want to start with, that's where it is. That's where it was. It has nothing to do with right now. And I don't think she used it to provoke me to do anything right now. I do think she was looking for somebody to kind of like, I think she was looking for someone recently. If any comments or things have been sent to me recently, I think that Jessica Walsh was feeling very much alone. And I think that she was looking for somebody out here that would side with her and make her feel less alone. That's my take on it.
Do you think she's a real one?
I felt that Jessica did a lot of things that I don't know anybody else would do. She really stepped up and she helped out when I needed help to help somebody.
Yeah, it's manipulative.
Okay, that's your take on it. I thought that she was doing it out of a place of, and I don't know if Jessica's going to be able to
move a lot of homeless women into apartments. Is that a thing she does often?
Yeah,
so I'll share that
ever since I've been going to church every Sunday all my life.
I wanted to know, like, when do you think he learned about that? Because it certainly wasn't something he was even probably privy to. Like, did somebody like tell him? Like,
they were all saying that about me. That I just like how they say I bought you. They were saying I think Baker is the one that initiated it. We'd have to go back and find the first person to say it, but this narrative was going around that I only helped Casey to manipulate you. I'm not even going to defend. If that's what you think, it grosses me out so much that he said that about me. That was really hurtful, Aiden, and a fucked up thing to say about me. Fucked up. And I've been doing charity my whole life. I don't brag about it. And the only reason anyone knew that I helped Casey is because Jess, and she's the one that talked about it. I never talked about it. I never went around bragging that I helped Casey. Jess was grateful, I think, right? And thank you.
Yeah.
Right? I think that's the reason why you made it public.
I also think what I think is like a like another factor to this, which I guess now I look at, like, when does Aiden do anything like that? When is he like helping anybody or giving back to his community in any way? Like, if it's not attached to him, like, I don't want to talk about the Karen Reed thing. This was not related to like any type of story or anything. Like, this is like someone, like, it's a humanitarian effort to help a woman who is down on her luck, right? Which we've been doing for a long time. But like, why is that so offensive? And like, why is there like a crazy theory surrounding that? Why can't it just be exactly what it was, which was
I shouldn't have to say out loud that I've done stuff like that all my life. That's how I was raised. I shouldn't even have to say that.
Right. It kind of sounds like it triggered him a bit.
It did.
Yeah.
When you don't understand that way of thinking or living, then you think it's a manipulation. When you're not somebody who's ever given to people without expecting anything back, then of course you're like, they're trying to get something. It's not always, because I was just hurt by a crazy woman. No, sometimes like you just are an asshole. Yeah, you're just not a good person.
It makes
It
me
seems
really,
to really
this part
have
makes
an
me really
issue
sad.
with the Casey thing. Something that she's comfortable with, but to this particular point, which you've already brought up, the girl that we're helping is suffering from some serious depression and abuse, right? And she had some domestic situations. And Jessica Walsh has also had those experiences, very similar. And so she felt she wanted to help because she didn't have that kind of help when it happened to her. So I told the story on my show multiple times, and she felt like, I want to help out. If you want to say it was because she wanted to manipulate me or whatever, that's your take. I'm going to go with what she said, which was she suffered from depression. She was in an abusive relationship. The story I told kind of resonated with her, and she felt like she wanted to help financially. Yes.
Okay. So you don't think that was at all to gain your favor at all?
I can't speak on that. And I'm going to be honest with you, Aiden. I'm not sure anytime Jessica Walsh ever sent me anything was to gain my favor. I think she liked to participate in the shows. I think she would send me items that I often worked into my show because they were funny. But I also, I get a lot of things from a lot of people. It's not exclusive to Jessica Walsh. So I have a lot of people that do I did an unboxing today while we were waiting for you. I have a lot of people that donate more money than Jessica Walsh. I have a lot of people that send me items and things. Rest in peace, Arkansas bestie. And I don't want to think that everybody's doing it because they want their 5 minutes of fame with me. I don't know. I mean, I have what a prophecy that was.
This is the thing too. Like everybody has to explain themselves to him. Like everybody, like how you were like, we just did an unboxing. When you said that, I remember you saying that, and I was like, oh my God, like why does everybody have to explain that? Like it's like you're so afraid of him. Like he's harmless. Like he's not going to do anything to you. What, he's going to put you on a show? Who cares? And like he lies so much that he believes himself. And like if you watch his chat, there like I think Peachy was saying that earlier, like she was brainwashed. It was yesterday or earlier yesterday. I think you feel like you might have been brainwashed a little bit. I think a lot of people get like that. Like you could be brainwashed by your boyfriend. You could be brainwashed by your best friend. I just think that like his way of thinking is he always has a motive. And if it's not about him and it doesn't benefit him, then fuck you.
Yes, and if you repeat the same thing over and over and over again, and if you've noticed, Aiden has said he's changed the words that he uses lately. Like before, it was like defend me, help me, do this, and now it's all like, well,
First
we're
Amendment.
defending. Yeah, and it's
And
everybody,
paranoid.
and
No, support
and
Officer John O'Keefe, may he rest in peace. First time I've heard
Right.
his name come out of Aiden's mouth in 3 years.
Right. And my case is the only case. And, FYI, Aiden, it's not the only case. A lot of journalists have been indicted, jailed even. So you're not alone, bro.
He's going to say, name him.
Culture of people that
Yeah.
give me shit. It's been going on since I did unboxings. I mean, I recognize she does it to a lot of people. I wasn't privy to that, but I did ask her how often she donates to people. It looks like she does it a lot, or was doing it a lot. A lot of money.
You can see him reading the chat. And I know I have ADHD. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I also have ADHD. It's so rude to have somebody it's hard to make eye contact, I guess, over the camera, but like, it's fucking rude, his body language. His body language
It definitely was like throwing me off. Like I was obviously like locked in, and I felt like he was so distracted. Or I really felt like I kept thinking, you asked for this, like, but you're acting like you don't even care.
Right. You're acting bored. You're acting like
look
you have better places to be.
Yes, disgusted.
Objective here, right? Not every relationship has to blow up, okay? And I can tell you that I don't like your show and distance myself from you without it blowing up. Okay, so that's what I want to say first of all. All right.
Okay.
Because that is exactly what they expect, and that is not going to happen here. No matter what, that is never going to happen. Okay.
The reason for that framing of that, in my opinion, and I'll take everybody else's opinion on this, he wants to say that because they do expect that. And so he's setting the tone and the frame for this exit interview, so to speak, where it's like, we're going to do this, we're going to get along, we're going to say our piece, and look, everybody, I can end a really big kind of like in the public relationship, and everybody's going to be happy and okay, except it never ended up being okay. Like he's right in the beginning, like telling us like they want this and we don't have to give it to them. Right. I'm telling you, I don't like your show. By the way, out of the blue, all of a sudden, never heard that before.
For no reason. He's not. And then in the same breath, he says he never listens to it.
Right.
Exactly.
Which is it?
Yep.
I agree.
And my issue, right, is like I didn't get in the Baker thing was none of my business, but it was all over my Twitter feed, and it's all everyone's.
By the way, Jess,
okay? And the fact of the matter
just a
is,
little for everyone, when I had my old handle that I lost because of these people, Hot and Bravo, which I worked on for like 15 years. It's gone forever now. But Aiden used to like my shit posting on Baker all through January and February. He would like them. FYI.
That I am, as you know, I've been indicted for acts of journalism and activism. Okay, this has never happened before. And like, who is this? There is no precedent for this. This is like the first time this happened in the history of our country, where somebody got arrested and is facing 90 years in jail for all this. For what? For writing about the Karen Reed case, for demanding answers, for saying things that everybody's thinking, all that stuff and all that. Okay, and you said that
everybody's thinking.
I'm not going to talk about that, right? I'm not going to go over the filings or whatever. You're a journalist. How is that not like? And you understand how like when I'm here, like I'm watching the Antis, I'm watching Julie Carpenter, and they analyze every single thing I say, and they have it all. And I have an army of supporters, and I have people like you who are supposed to be on my side, right? And what are you guys talking about? And that's why I said that, and that's what I told Will the other night. Is that's frustrating when you're watching the enemy, you're watching the people that are trying to destroy you. They're analyzing every single thing you say, and the people that supposedly have your back, right, are what you're saying. I'm not covering this case. I'm not talking about it, and that's why that's insulting.
Okay.
I mention it all the time.
Yeah.
What?
You talk about it all the time. You talked about it all the time. We all support. None of us want Aiden in jail. We all support the First Amendment. We're all on his team. We were going to his
never made sense. This never makes sense to me. So, well, I want to make sure, I can see how conversations can go off the rails. I think it's important to keep us on track here. So what I heard you say was that I said, I'm not going to cover your case or whatever. So first and foremost, I stated that after your statements that Jess Machado has not ever pulled up my court documents. I never made a blanket statement that I'm not covering Aiden's court documents, right? So I think we can agree that I commented in response to you, which was, when has she ever, everybody has pulled up my court documents, but Jess Machado. And I responded, I'm not going to do that. So that's the first thing right there.
Court documents. I'm just talking about it in general.
Right.
Talking about the fact, I mean, have you ever discussed that on your platform about like, here's what he's been indicted for, here's what he's done, this is wrong. I mean,
it's not your fucking show.
I don't know. It's kind of like I don't know. I went and covered it and tweeted in court.
You had a whole
you're not true crime.
You had a whole beautiful
not true crime. Exactly.
About how it affected you too as a journalist, and that it was in your interest to help do journalism on Aiden's cases, because you are a journalist as well, and you didn't want that to happen to you one day. And so you have to fight for the people that are up against it so that one day down the line, it wouldn't happen to you. I forget when you did that speech, but it was in January or February or March.
I just wonder, like, now that he's getting ready to like bring out like this list of when I got famous on his back, like, are any of those conversations going to be attributed to actually talking about him? Like, how can you say in one breath, I talk too much about you, and then in another say, you never talked to me? But I don't know. I couldn't see who said it. I'm not true crime. It's not my platform. It's never been my platform. I didn't talk a lot. I talked one time about the Kelsey Fitzsimmons case and pulled up documents. Like, it's not my thing.
No, wait. Did you say that he had a spreadsheet of all of the, what was it?
I think I was told that he's doing this, correct?
Yeah, he's going to do a respectful petty stream on you.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't realize he had so much time on his hands. I didn't realize that.
Doesn't he know there's a man fighting for his life? He's facing 90 years. Where's Pat Ford? That's a clipping.
90 years.
Everybody else seems to be
crazy.
And you see how stupid they all are? Like, they all come in and, like, they're streaming other people's shit, talking shit. And then all of a sudden, the minute he says, if you're not doing anything for my case, for me, you can die in a hole, or you're dead to me, and all this. And then you see all the little, and we've seen
then they all do it. They jump. They do it.
We don't want to see that shit anymore. I haven't watched Aiden in weeks because of he's not the fun person he was. It's all this shit. I don't want to see it.
Really. But also,
and if you go back,
I set up my channel because when I did it, it was like the only thing I could do, only place I had left. Some of it because of my own behavior, but whatever. It was a place of last resort, and I didn't feel comfortable. I didn't really know what my point was because I wasn't gonna do what everyone else wanted to do, but because of that, that's why I initially was gonna donate any money from it to Aiden's defense fund.
You were.
I felt it was a way to make up to him that I didn't really want to cover his shit. Because everyone else does. It's just like everyone all day is covering it. So my kind of vision was like at night, we could have an hour or two off from the heavy legal shit. That gets a little boring. Sorry.
Well, my thing though is like when this exact same thing happened post Karen Reed, right? Which is why I waited until after Karen Reed to start. But in the absence of Karen Reed content, a lot of these creators were kind of scrambling, right? Like, what are we going to talk about? What are we going to discuss? Why should you build your channel around him and his cases? That is like, that's great if people want to do it, but like it has no longevity. People like the fact that like he almost demands it, right? And is demanding it here.
Yeah,
and even the fact that he's even questioning me about this. Why would I use my business that feeds my family, right? That pays my bills. That is my face, my name, my brand. Why am I under any obligation to talk about him? Why would I be? What if my business model is none of that? Like, what if my business model is like, nobody wants to hear that on my channel? Am I supposed to sacrifice my business for him? What sacrifice has he done for me?
Yeah.
Or
Thank
talk about
God you didn't talk about it, because I was already done. I'm sick of hearing about Karen Reed. I'm sick of hearing about Turtleboy. I'm sick of it, all of that stuff. It's like burnt out of true crime after Karen Reed.
Over it.
It just puts a magnifying glass on.
First of all, number one to that. Say it again.
I mean, remember leading up to this too, Val pulled that old Spaces of me.
Yes.
And Aiden brought that up on his show. Like, that was the worst Saturday. I never want to be on Aiden's show. That's like, it's a little terrifying, right? Like, like getting yelled at because of this old Spaces that's kind of being misconstrued. And like, I don't know what to tell you. Karen Reed's free. What difference did it make what my opinion was last July or June or whatever?
Right.
And then I never felt comfortable going back in his chat again. And like I said, I have ADD. So the reason I like watching shit on YouTube is to be able to be in the chat, because I can do two things at once and it helps stimulate me.
Right.
So as soon as I couldn't be in his chat anymore, I stopped watching him live, and I'd watch it in the morning when I was like at the gym or whatever. But just so he knows, that is when they did that to me, and that was it was just my first experience. Like, I didn't want to let Aiden down. I didn't want to get yelled at by him, you know? And I felt Val was lying, obviously.
Oh my God.
I am under no obligation to make my show what you say it should be. If you think that's what I should be doing, that is your opinion, but that is not how I want to run my show, right? Okay. And in my opinion, and I feel like this is probably something I have to remind myself of, I don't think you've watched a lot of my shows, right?
No,
I think you're busy.
I'm a man. I can't, like, I've tried.
I hear you, but listen.
Not even attempted, like, coordinate.
Yeah, but correct. It's just not what you want it to be. It's what I want it to be.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay. Now, if I were out here doing what all of these other law tubers are doing, and I was pulling up every single solitary court hearing that's either national or local or whatever, and I was pulling up their court documents, and I wasn't pulling up yours, this would be a very valid argument. But I am not doing it for anybody. Now, I covered Kelsey, and I wasn't even going to cover Kelsey, but Courtney called and reached out to me, and we kind of patched things up because she said she wanted as many people there to help the case and to be there. Okay, so I went and covered Kelsey, but I am not covering Karen Reed anymore. I made that very clear. I wasn't covering Karen Reed, and I'm just not a court coverer like that. You were so angry that I'm not divulging documents and dissecting them with everybody else, and you overlooked all of the other stuff that I do for you, which is I'm in the courtroom every time you're in the courtroom. I've never missed a hearing unless I've been sick. Every single court hearing you've had, I go there to ensure that there is.
You think I owe you something for that?
Please stay focused on what I'm saying. What you're saying is that you
like the way that he's like right there. I'm like, let's stay right here. Like, we have to stay right here. So you're saying like you don't bring up my court documents. You don't talk about my case. My counterpoint to that is I am in the courtroom. I never miss a case. I tweet. And his first response to that is what? Like that?
He gives away that he thinks every person is every relationship he has is transactional.
Yep.
I feel sorry for him.
Me to help you with your case. And I'm trying to say to you in response to that, I have, and I do it in my own way that works for me. Going and covering your case is what works for me. Live tweeting is easier for me than dissecting court documents for everybody, which, by the way, everybody else does, right? Everybody else does. So the way that you are basically screaming and saying, you know what, there's a whole group of people out here and they're going over my court documents, they're researching and doing all of that stuff. That is great for them. But that's not what I do. And for you to get mad at me for that is crazy, which prompted me to give you a list of all of the things I have done. I don't need to go over those. You want to go over those, Aiden, that's fine. But it was in response to what was happening with Will, where you were basically saying, you and Will, what has Jess Machado done for you? I beg to differ.
The list of things that you sent me, that you've done for me, the one thing that all of them have in common is they all benefited you as well.
Okay.
Fuck off.
Again, the list, and he wants to talk about the list. He was talking and saying on the show, or I think Will actually asked him, what has Jess Machado ever done for you? And he's like, good question or something.
He
And
did. Aiden did, to his credit, say nice things about you to preface to leading right just before he then launched into the shitty things he said.
But I counterpointed in real time while he was on the show. I sent him that list. Like, here's a list
wasn't
of
out of
the
the
shit
blue.
I've done. It wasn't like, hey, by the way, I think you need a reminder. It was, you've got a ganging up going on of me on Will's show. I'm in my kitchen crying because it's stinging so badly, and the only thing I can do is text you and be like, oh yeah, well, like, here's what I said. Like, I said this. I mean, I don't even remember what I said, but like, also, I would venture to say, I'll pull the list, but of course, maybe some of those things benefited me, but that's not the reason why I did them.
Exactly.
It's.
Which one
Wait a
benefited me?
minute.
Go
Who
ahead,
was
Bill.
the first one to hug him when he got out of jail?
Oh,
And how
that
did
was
that
me.
benefit you?
She that was all like calculated. Remember, that was
It was for the
a
photo
reason.
op.
Just like Meredith.
Ah,
How could that have been? He had nobody with him. He had
And
nobody
that's another
with him.
thing. Where I don't care, Aiden, you can sit there and say you have 8, 12 brothers and sisters. Not once have they ever come to court for him. Ever.
isn't that fascinating?
Exactly. I'm an only child, and I had people in my court hearings. I mean, come on. Like, hello. You know, like
the day that he got out, first of all, I had been covering his cases. So me being there, it wasn't like out of the blue. I had been covering the recent hearings or whatever. And we knew he was getting out. And the fact, it was Courtney, Tina, and Bradel. Bradel was distracted. Tina was sitting on the bench. Courtney was over here with Bradel. Aiden came out, or he left the courtroom in cuffs. They brought him into the room. He came out, and my maternal instincts were like to hug him. He hasn't touched anybody. He's been in jail. Like, I felt so compassionate for him.
He never should have been in there to begin with.
He never should have been. I always had the undercurrent of like, I can't believe he hasn't been around his kids for 60 days, right? Like, to me as a mom, when I was thinking that I might go to jail, that was the only thing I ever thought of was my kids and how much they must miss me or whatever. And so this guy comes out and he's all just kind of like, he looked like a deer caught in the headlights. I don't think he really understood what was happening. I didn't have a notebook out or a phone out and like taking pictures or notes. I literally gave him a hug and I was like, are you okay? How are you feeling? Like,
you saw a human that needed human contact.
It definitely didn't benefit me to do that. But I also wonder, where were the people closer to him than me? We had never ever met before.
You have to remember this too. So he was married or whatever, and then like the women he's had dealings with were his wife, and then like the ones that we know of have always been like mistresses. So like how much, and I know one of them has no self-esteem, God love her, but like how much self-esteem do they have? And like he goes for these people that will like they're so down on themselves. He doesn't have faith in himself either. So I feel that like you going to give him a hug in jail, that's you as a mom, that's you as a human being. He has no idea what any of that means.
Yeah. He's lucky as Erica. The reason I ever went to court is because Erica like made a good case for why he needed support. It wasn't to help myself. It wasn't for any other reason than I love Erica and her friend needed support.
And I can tell you that after being in jail for 60 days, okay, in solitary at that, okay, when you're getting out, all you want is for somebody to hug you. All you want is for somebody to touch you, because nobody has for 60 days. Nobody touches you when you're in jail or when you're in prison. They don't touch you. So the first thing you want when you get out is some sort of human connection. So that meant more, though he won't admit it, than like I said, than he'll admit. Because like I said, it means a lot. The first thing I wanted to do, the first thing I wanted to do was hug my loved one when I finally was free.
He used to say that too. He used to say, people are like, oh, why do you like her? Why do you like her? Remember, like in chats or like, you know, on his show and stuff. And he would say, well, listen, you know, he knows that. Like, she was the first person that, you know, I came in contact with. Like, she was there when I got out of jail. Like, that hit him, like, obviously, but not enough to where he's gonna even give a fuck about you at all. And it doesn't
The
matter.
things that I sent to him during that live stream, I don't know if I've ever shared them, but the first thing I said was I interviewed you in jail when not one member of the press wanted to. So nobody was covering that story. Nobody would ask him a question, right? I was the first press to reach out to Bradel and ask for an interview when he was in jail. The second, and while did that give me any, like, did I get anything from that? I wrote a story. Like, I wrote a story from my employer. It was published on there. I wasn't an independent journalist. It was something that I did for everybody. And like, I don't know what I personally gained from that. It didn't impact me specifically. I also sent him, every single time you called me from jail, no matter where I was, I picked up the phone. And when he started calling me and contacting me, I would be anywhere. I would be out with Jeff. I would be in the grocery store with my kids. I would stop what I was doing and I would take the call. I never declined one call from jail. My husband actually got a little pissed off at one point because we were out, and I'll never forget. And he was like, "It's ridiculous, Jessica. Like, you don't need to talk to him again." I had spoken to him twice that day. And Jeff was just like, "What the fuck?" You know what I mean? And I was like, he's in jail. He clearly doesn't have anybody else to talk to if he's calling someone he doesn't really have a relationship with. Like, I have to listen to him. I don't know what benefit I got out of that because I never talked about those conversations. I never shared those things. So I don't know what benefit I got from that. I said, I wrote an article about Lindsay. You asked me to because he couldn't write about it. My employer refused to publish it, but I wrote it. So I never benefit. I spent hours working on it and I never even got to publish it. I interviewed Ken Mello and gave your attorney my off-record interview with him.
R.I.P.
Rest in peace, Ken Mello. I didn't benefit from that at all. I felt like there was a lot of pressure to share some off-record information there. And as a journalist, that's a big no-no. Like, if somebody says something's off-record, but they, were very worried about, once I learned that Mello was dirty, right? I kind of felt like the off-record stuff kind of went out the window, in my opinion, right? It's clearly obvious at this point. We knew that he was in cahoots with Lindsay. So I just was like, okay, fine, I'll share it. So I didn't gain anything from doing that. I said, when I was physically able, I covered every single one of your court hearings to ensure there was truth being tweeted to counterpoint what Grant was doing. Mm-hmm. I lied about the flip audio for you. I certainly didn't benefit from that. It was an actual disaster. I picked up the phone every single time he called me. Out of jail, same thing. Whenever Aiden called, I picked up the phone. I lied for you. I testified on the stand that I called Meredith's work for you. I don't know how I benefited from that. Like, I went against my rule of raising money for anybody, and I raised you $10K. I lost friends in real life for standing by you, which we still, never really even discuss. I gave you my seat in the courtroom, and I added that because I fucking did. I never gained anything from that. I lost an opportunity. I said, I'm very sorry I don't talk about your case on my show. I just figured I did my share. Many people talk about you, but they make money doing it. It's very easy to do. I will not give in to the extreme feelings of anger and turn on you. Even now, I wish you well and hope you win your case. That's what I sent him.
What's wrong with that? I think Peachy has something to say, though. She raised her hand.
No, I was stretching.
Oh, sorry.
Covering my court cases, has that not benefited you? Have you not gained a substantial following because of that you can then monetize? You talk about all the money you make. Where did these people come from?
So wait
Karen Reed.
Go ahead.
They came from you covering Karen Reed, not.
Yep, that's how I met Jess.
That's how I found you.
I found it from I don't. You know what I think? I think that he thinks of himself because everyone everyone
He does.
I hear like too many people talking right now. Hold on. Okay, so I think he thinks of himself so highly that like you doing anything is like a connection to him. So therefore, what a gift he gave you.
Right. What a blessing.
Yeah, such a blessing to be connected to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like, I don't care that you did this to me. You were doing it's the for me kind of thing. I allowed you to even be in my vicinity, peasant. Like, you know, but there's also a part of me, like, I was hoping for a really long time that this actually, like, I was like, oh, maybe this isn't really how Aiden was feeling, and that he just needs Will because Will's the one who raises all that money for him, and this actually really deeply hurts him because he knows Jessica's like the only one that actually gives a fuck about him. But
A real one.
You know.
Yeah, I think there was a time too where in the beginning when it started, I was like, this is going to blow over very quickly, or maybe there's some sort of thing going on here I'm not privy to.
I thought he was just stressed, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, that was really, again, it was like at an intense, I don't know, if was it more intense than it is like now? You know what I mean? Like
it's gotten worse.
Yeah, I agree. But I agree with Peachy. I thought it was kind of like, I didn't really believe it. There's no doubt I believe how he feels now. Like, and
remember,
now I question everything.
Remember I told you so after this interview, when I did the next show that I did, I was upset about what he had said to me and how he had treated you. And I just kept telling myself, like, your words kept ringing through my ears. Cause at one point, it was a couple months ago where you said, like, I don't think Aiden, and you were talking about it in the context of friendship love, but Aiden's never been loved correctly.
Right.
Like had a friend that doesn't want anything for him and is just a true friend.
Right.
And that like instead of going off on him, I think I chalked it up to he's under a lot of stress, and I excused the nasty. That was nasty what he said to me about me rather, helping Casey. It's nasty the way he treats you that we're gonna see. And I kind of made excuses for it because I assumed he was under a lot of stress and he deserves people that don't give up on him just because he has a bad moment, you know?
Well, that was an undercurrent of a lot of it, which was like a lot of people leave him. A lot of people flip on him. And I was like, I'm never doing it. I am never doing it. By the way, I still haven't done it. Where we are today is because of his choices and like his wanting to disconnect from me. But like I held the, and I would tell, like I told Courtney many times and Tina, like, I'm not going to turn on him. I'm going to hold the line. It's very hard. I always used to say, like, Erica Walsh, right, has been able to like stand by him nonstop all the time. And like, I was friendly with Erica. I mean, I don't blame her that she doesn't communicate with me anymore, right? But like, I always used to see her as like an authentic friend to him, right?
Right.
And maybe when I was thinking of like him not having anybody, I wasn't thinking of Erica, but he definitely has like Erica on his side. And there's so many wonderful qualities about Erica that I also possess. When Eric and I would talk, we had a lot of like very similar characteristics about parenting and things like that. So I always felt like, while yes, Erica's not a journalist and she's not online, this just happens to be my job. And I thought like we were kind of similar in like always holding the line for him. I never would have turned on him. If I had, I would have done it last fall when I saw things that I didn't like. I would have done it back then, but I just kept going.
And Eric, he should think, I'm sure he does. I'm sure he's very grateful for Erica, but in all honesty, in no world, like a year ago, if you had said to me, like, am I taking work off to go to court cases and stuff, like, I would tell you you're insane. Right.
Right.
It was Erica that I really admire a lot of traits about Erica. And she really connected with me. And I'm sorry for, hopefully it's just a moment in time what we're all kind of going through. We can come back to one another eventually, but she's one of the best mouth kind of pieces for him because she's so genuine and so easy to connect with and so friendly. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
Do you think he knows her kids' names? Do you think he knows her husband's name? Do you think he gives her like a gift on her birthday or says happy birthday or gives her a Christmas present for anything like that she's done? Like, it's just the imbalance.
Everyone's friendships are different.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope
so. I hope.
Excellent question, though. Excellent question.
Thank you.
Wait, was it a question? I didn't hear.
No, it was a statement. But what was the question statement?
The statement was implied.
Are the people who are dissecting your court documents also not benefiting from it?
What does that have to do with anything?
everybody who covers your case is going to benefit in some way, correct?
Yeah, and none of them throw it in my face about what.
I didn't throw it in your face. You were on a stream about me, Aiden. I had no choice but to defend myself. I didn't bring this up. You did.
So like, has that benefited you talking about my case?
I believe everybody who has ever talked about your case, whatever they do, has benefited in
That's
some
not
way.
answering the
Yes.
question.
The answer is yes. In some way, yes, I have benefited from you. Yes.
So the list of things that you sent me that you did for me benefited you.
So so if I cover your court documents, that wouldn't benefit me?
I don't know, like, would that
You're
benefit cover my court documents? I don't know. Like, you're gonna.
Okay, you have to follow me here. You're basically
Of
saying
course
that
you know.
everything I said
Of
I've done
course
has
he
benefited
knows.
me. In a sense, saying
Look
you've
at
got to
him.
do something wholesome that has no benefit to you, Jessica. You've got to do something that just you can't benefit from. What would that be? Give me an example.
Like, you could talk about what I mean. I don't listen to your show, so like, I mean,
I just asked you a question.
if you,
Tell me what I
could you
can
on
do.
your show?
What can I do for you that would not benefit my platform? Say it.
What could you do? Anything you do is going to benefit your platform because you're.
Then why are you arguing that point to me?
Because you sent
So
me
she's in
a.
you've put her in, Jess Machado, in a position where she can't win here. Do you hear yourself, Aiden?
Right,
I love you,
right,
buddy,
right.
and I'll support you, but like, god damn it, this was frustrating.
Emotional
This was so frustrating.
manipulation.
And every single one of them benefited you.
Aiden, I sent that
And
in
you,
response to what you were saying
sir.
on the internet, which was Jess Machado hasn't done anything for me. And I thought you needed a reminder.
I never once said, see, that's the problem.
I'm sorry. Will said, what has Jess Machado done for you? And you said, you know what? Everybody has gone over my court documents except one person.
That is a
Who?
complete lie. I have absolutely.
Buddy,
That's exactly how it went. It's exactly how it went.
is he all right? Like, this is when I there are moments lately where, like, when he said he was gonna go on Cyber Chick's show or something. Like, are you all right, Aiden? Are you okay?
I'm saying he's losing it. He is.
I don't want
You know
to
it's
trigger
on
anybody,
camera,
but there's
Aiden,
a
it's all on video.
there's a ladybug that just flew out of I don't know where. This room is completely sealed.
That's
and
lucky.
it's gonna land.
Oh.
It's gonna land somewhere.
It's Ken Mello.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I did a whole preamble about all the positive things about you. That's how I started it off.
I know,
Saying
but you
all
said that I never covered your court
okay,
documents.
I started off by doing a whole thing about everything you've done for me, listing all your good qualities. That goes in one ear and out the other.
Would
That
we
means
be having this
nothing to me.
conversation if I had been going over your court documents and devoting time to your case?
Honestly, I view it as you are when I talk to you on the phone and in
That was a
court,
yes or no
you're an
question.
intelligent, insightful,
They didn't answer it.
well thought out
Question?
person. And then when I listen to you on your YouTube presentation, you turn into something that I don't recognize. I don't
That's
know.
So
okay.
does he or
That's
doesn't
okay,
he
because,
listen
sir,
to the
I
show?
feel the same way about you. Because I think you're
I
a very
know.
soft, different person.
That's bullshit. I am the same person on my show.
Okay.
Am I not?
No, you aren't.
I go
Why
back
do you care if I'm different on my show? What is that
because
to you?
it's not real.
But what do
Like,
you care?
What?
What
I
do
don't
you
like
care?
it. And so I don't like it. So I can't not like that. That's all. I don't like it. I don't like the person I see on there. That's it.
Okay, and I'm going to use your own words. I'm going to use your words that you used earlier in this program.
Die
Why do
in
you
a
care
hole.
what somebody thinks about you and other content creator thinks about?
I don't care what other
Why
content.
are we
I don't
having
care.
this conversation?
Like if I were to find out you don't like my show, I wouldn't give a shit. I don't care. You seem.
I also, Aiden, I don't care that you said those things. My
You
concern
just-
was about you saying that I wasn't like covering your court cases or doing a show about them. And I felt that what I've done for you was enough. And I continued to do it. And I just didn't want to, I didn't want to do shows about it because everybody does shows about it.
Okay. And so when you send me that list of everything that you did, you said that, like you wrote about me in jail, right? When no one else was. Why'd you do that?
Because I
Thank
recognized there was a person in jail for like these issues and nobody was talking about it.
Right.
And I was like, how come nobody knows about this story?
So you did it because you're a reporter and it's newsworthy.
I wanted people to know the story. Yes.
Right. So that wasn't a favor. That was your job.
He's such a prick. You're a prick sometimes,
If-
Aiden.
I think you're confusing like me sending you that list and it seems to really upset you that I sent it to
Sometimes.
you. It was in the
What?
Sometimes he's a prick. Okay.
You just logically destroyed all of his arguments throughout this.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
if
And
this
every
was a
time-
formal debate, it's like boom, boom, boom.
You prove your point, he deflects, he moves on.
And he gets emotional because now there's gonna be like 2 or 3. It'll be when he makes you cry, but then when you say it, because I'm not like everyone else, and then there's a third moment where I gasped at the time and go, "Oh my god, he has a daughter."
Thank
I
you.
know. Yes.
And
He
just
doesn't
watch his
understand. He
face.
just doesn't understand women. Like it came across as he doesn't understand women. It's almost like Kane sometimes. Shout out Kane, but like fundamentally doesn't understand women at times.
I'm going to just say something really quickly to our secret fifth party who is in the back
background. Can you text me a link to the transcript again? It's buried in my chat, but I want to just pull it up so we can maybe fast forward to a couple of those moments. Because obviously this will take forever. It's already been an hour and we've only gotten through like 10 minutes of this conversation, but there are some like key moments that this was just how it started, right? And it just never started off on the right foot ever. Context of you and Will having a platform show about me there, and I felt the need to defend myself to you. I knew you'd probably read it.
But every single thing you said on that list, I already noted that you said. I said, this is what she's done for me. She's done this for me. She's done this for me. She's done this for me.
So then why would you get upset that I don't do shows about your court documents?
Why would I get upset about that? Because yes. I listen to your show and it's just like, I don't recognize the person. I hear you sound like a trucker. Like you're up there.
You think that my content is not good and instead, and in your words, a waste of talent, and that I should be just going over your court documents?
No, not just my court documents.
All right, or whatever, right? Reporting or whatever.
Yeah, something.
Okay. All right. Now, so to that point, that's your opinion. So when I do my shows, or when not even my shows, when I was doing my reporting, have you ever heard me talk about how I wasn't really making any money doing that?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know that I was getting paid $500 a week from
I heard it. Yeah, I heard it. Yeah.
And I was losing money to cover Karen Reed and all these things, right? So I love doing that, but it just didn't pay.
Yes. And do you think his game plan here was to come in and he was convinced for whatever reason that the reason you were upset with Baker is because he didn't like your show, and he was trying to intentionally dig at you that he didn't like his show to try. I think he was trying. It seems so obvious watching it back that he was intentionally saying that because at times he says he never watches it, then at times he says he watches it, but then he keeps out and for no sensible reason reiterating over and over that he doesn't like your show. And it seems so obvious right now watching it back that he was trying.
Baker doesn't really do shit for him either. I mean, Baker's
no, but it was like he was trying to see if he could elicit the same reaction.
Right. I don't watch your show, but I hate it. Right.
I personally didn't believe him when he was saying I hate your show because I just didn't think he watched it.
No.
I thought he and I were always like kind of on the same page prior to all of this, where we would depend on other people to send us clips. It's not disrespect. Yeah. It's just, I don't know. Like, I don't really have the time. You know what I mean? I want to.
I take it to mean as clips when he mentions like talking like a trucker. I take it to mean the clips that he has seen. I don't think he's sitting and watching 3 hours of 24.
I really never thought like when he's saying I hate your show, I don't like your show, I don't like your content, blah blah. I'm going, I don't know. Like this man has never sat and watched a full episode of 24.
He has no idea.
He has no idea.
By the way, Aiden, when you first started saying out loud Baker was funny, I was writing his jokes for him. I know you never watched Baker's show, but who you think is funny is me, not Baker.
It was getting very bleak here. My car got ring-poed. My husband was mad. And everybody's on YouTube and they're doing shows and making money. And I'm still broke. So I decide I'm going to do a channel and I'm going to do whatever works for me. And in the beginning, when I was doing newsy stories or reporting or like doing guests, nobody really cared. Nobody was giving me money. Nobody was supporting my channel. I wasn't getting the views. It didn't pay. And when I decided to just talk about my opinions, that turned into something that worked for YouTube. And I'm allowed now to earn a living. I make money at this now. It's not going in the opposite direction. All the metrics are going in that direction. So I get that you don't love it and I sound like a trucker, but how do I take what you're saying and then look at my bank account and go, I feel really happy I can pay all my bills now. You know what I mean? But Aiden doesn't like my content. What do I do? I mean, if you want, we can do an experiment. For 30 days, I'll stop what I'm doing and I'll cover court cases and read court documents. I don't think it's going to resonate into
literally not read court documents. Just discuss it. Talk about it.
Everybody does that.
Oh, why can't you? Me.
Because I'm not like everybody else.
You don't have unique talent?
Yes, I am.
So then you can take the same topic and make it interesting, no?
I don't want to talk about those things. I want to go to court and cover it.
What do you want to talk about?
Everything that I currently talk about.
Let's talk about Baker.
That's just a recent thing, but I built a community of women who like to talk about the things I talk about.
Okay. And
I actually can't even believe like that transpires. I can't believe that. Like I'm gonna defend myself and what I choose to use my channel for to him. It's not good enough, and why can't you do it this way? Why can't you talk about what everybody else is talking about, Jessica, but put your spin on it? You're talented. Who the fuck are you? How are you? How do you even have any like gumption to have control over what I do on my channel?
Because he truly believes you wouldn't have anything you have without him.
If this conversation could be seen to people outside, or that didn't want to just like, suck him off or want something from him, just an outside like circle of creators, they'd be like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Like,
Right.
he needs to shut the fuck up. They would think he's
Oh,
crazy.
people have said that to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way,
I
you
was
did
ready
talk
to
about
cry
his
here
cases.
too. Like, I don't know
You
if
talked
you saw
about
it,
his
but, like,
cases, but you did a great job catching yourself.
You did.
But he
did.
was fundamentally wrong. You did talk about his cases. You did it in your own unique way. So he's either misinformed or lying.
Right.
I hope he's just misinformed and not intentionally lying. That would be pretty shitty of you, Aiden, wouldn't it?
Monetized your friendship with me? Have you not used that your relationship with me and our private discussions, which I've asked you a million times, please don't say this on the show, and then you say it on the show. And then this was in December, right?
Yes.
When I was dealing with a lot of shit, okay?
Yes.
Meredith fucking with my lawyers, all this shit, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't need one more thing, okay?
Yeah.
And you're going on your show talking about our private conversations, and then that becomes fodder. And then I asked you not to do it. And then you kept doing it. And it would happen over and over again. And then I called you and I was like, can you please stop? And I raised my voice. And what'd you do the next day? You went on your show and you're like, Aiden yelled at me. And then I got people in my inbox telling me, why are you coming to church? Do you think I needed that? Do you think I needed one more aggravation during all that?
Okay. Are you regurgitating something from like 5 months ago in this conversation? Is that way you want to dig something up? Because I don't talk about our personal conversations since that blow up. I don't do that.
You don't.
No, and I'm assuming you're ready for this. So do you have a receipt to show that I have been doing that?
That you have talked about our private conversations?
You and I had a conversation that turned into a very big argument. And I have worked very hard to maintain what you've asked me to do, to not bring those things up. And there has been plenty of things that have been discussed between you and I, and text messages and things that I have not shared.
But
All of those things.
When it happened, you know what you never said? Sorry. Never.
So
God, all these men.
More deflection.
we now have like the next man entering the arena who demands an apology from me.
Get on your fucking knees and bow, bitch.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, why don't you blow me,
I
Aiden?
reread our messages and it was like telling you, I'm like, can you please stop? And then you got mad at me for that.
Okay, so I just want to make sure I'm hearing this correctly because this is important. You're bringing this up from months ago because you would like me to apologize for
No,
doing
I think the fact that you didn't apologize is a character flaw because you don't.
She did apologize live on the air.
Character flaw.
that. Okay, noted. What's next?
What do you mean? What's next?
What else is left? What else do you want to
Oh,
discuss?
do you agree? Do you agree?
You got mad. You didn't say sorry.
Do I agree that I should have apologized
Yeah.
for bringing up what you? We had an argument, and I adhered to your request.
Next.
Get him, Jess. Get
You
him.
blamed me. Like, go. I reread them like our conversation, and it was like I was coming to you and asking you to stop, and then you blamed me for that. And you're like, you're the cause of all
Okay.
your problems, Aiden. You're the
This
cause.
is where you know.
Yes, you
Look at
are.
your body language change. This is when you know.
I would not act like the guy facing 90 years
Not
in jail.
gonna go well.
Okay, I will say this to be very honest with you. It's unexpected that you're regurgitating something from before. I thought this was done and over. It's clearly not for you.
No,
correct?
it's a pattern I'm seeing now. It's a pattern, and I'm
A pattern.
What pattern? I never talked again about personal conversations. After we had the blowout, I never talked about them again.
And you apologized. Then you did apologize to the
I
audience.
feel like I did, but I can't speak to that. But if I did, I take your word for it. But that's not enough for him to do what he asked, which was don't talk about our personal. By the way, here's an idea. If you want to ensure that what we were discussing never got talked about, don't fucking tell me. Don't be a man and just say, I'm not going to discuss this. I think the issue is you had nobody to talk to and you were, I'm not even going to get into it. But like, if there is, it's like basically like, don't tell somebody. I'm not going to tell you something if there's a chance that it's whatever. But we had this huge blowout, this fucking screaming match, him yelling at me. Like I'm not kidding you. I envision how he has yelled at the women in his life, his partners, the way my husband hearing that and my kids hearing that was it, which is why I stopped.
Absolutely.
I said, this is going to get out of control. Fine. I'm not going to do it again. We're bringing this up months later. How many things had happened between that incident and this conversation? Many things. Many
I wonder
moments
too.
of me helping him, many good private conversations, many other things. So, but it still clearly wasn't enough for him. Like he needed to bring it back up.
Well, he's happy to have you lie for him about other people's private conversations or alleged perhaps recordings, maybe, or whatever when it's convenient for him. I mean, my takeaway from that was like you made a mistake and upset your friend and felt bad about it and didn't do it again.
First of all, I can't remember specifically what I said, but I can tell you none of the bad stuff ever got said. So if I was just kind of bringing up something on topic during like the exit, not exit
you
interview,
quite
like
honestly, we're making him more amiable and affable
Likable,
to your
right?
audience,
Like it
likable
was
to your
more
audience.
like
the
just
stories you
valid
told.
truth journey time or whatever.
Mhm.
Like I don't know. I certainly didn't.
I see Meredith in the chat. What up, Meredith? I don't mean to upset. At the time, you had Meredith telling her truth, right? And a lot of
Correct.
people were looking at Aiden sideways. And the stories that the anecdotes that you would use would make him more likable. They weren't. I didn't see that as a way to gain to capitalize or monetize on your friendship. I saw it as a way. It was the truth, and B, it did him a favor.
Right.
Yes.
It humanized him in a time
With
when
the lady
Meredith's
saying-
version
with
of the story
Baker,
was
right?
unhuman.
You were
You
wrong
know,
about Jess Walsh being a real one. She's not, in fact, a real one. She's actually a real nut job. Okay. And you were wrong. You said, "Oh, you just stuck your dick in a fleshlight." As it turns out, he didn't stick his dick in a
Oh my
fleshlight.
God, were you there?
This is
great
actually
part.
one of my favorite parts because the way that he's saying this with conviction and has absolutely no way of knowing this is
Right.
it's my favorite how I get him to the stalemate on this where I'm like, I agree that he did, you agree that he didn't. Neither one of us has proof. What are you going to do about it?
Right. And how simple is it to just say, "I got that one wrong"? How hard is that? And why can't you do that?
I maintain I'm standing on exactly what was going on at that time, which is very different than what he is telling people it was, and that's it.
But that's
Very
a
different.
question. But he didn't.
She told a joke. It was a
You don't
joke.
know- You don't know that he didn't do it.
But you said definitively that he did.
You don't know that he didn't.
But do you
Get
have
him.
any evidence he did?
Get him.
You and I both don't know, correct?
But I'm not the one that went on and said that he did. You
I
said
can say
that-
whatever I want.
But does the truth not matter?
I can say whatever I want.
Yes, and that's the problem. Is you're like what you're doing right now. Instead of just saying, "Yeah, I was wrong about that," I don't actually
the
have any
problem.
evidence of that. And you're like, "I can say whatever I want." Yes, you can.
I'm laughing at this because I'm like, this is coming from the man who literally has made a career over saying whatever the fuck he wants.
But it's
Whether
a problem because you're a
hole.
woman.
Whether it's false, it doesn't matter. He
Team
can
Cancer.
say whatever he wants. But me, on
You're
something
not allowed.
he can't actually confirm, he doesn't have proof.
Well, you're a woman.
Yeah.
The rules don't apply to him
They
ever.
can't have
Yeah.
a woman with a voice.
No.
I don't even know if it's about that. I think it's like, because then they use that. Because if you say it has anything to do with gender, then they go, "Oh, see, they want to play that."
It's the
card."
truth, though.
So it's
But-
like whatever. I don't even. But they
It's what it
they're
is.
all about free speech.
Yep.
Unless
Until
it has it
unless
affects
it's a
them.
woman.
I've never seen more trying to shut down channels than I have the last week. And
You had
it's
Baker go
great.
for 2 hours today on members only, giving instructions on how to get Jess Machado and my channel taken down. Taken down.
Oh
What?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll show you later.
But listen to the last little bit of that. Jess says, "I can say whatever I want."
He says
And
that's
how
the
does
problem.
Aiden?
That's the
Mhm.
problem.
That's right.
Who are you using to determine that he didn't do that? Are you just using
You
his
have
word?
no evidence that he did.
Okay,
No.
I mean, we're at a stalemate here because you're saying that
Don't
he didn't, I say that he did, and we both have no proof. So
Okay.
we can move on.
Flashlights in
Okay.
chat.
So you go. What do you want to talk about?
I didn't want to have this
I listened to
conversation.
your whole thing. You talked about me for 2 hours yesterday.
I
Tell
was
me-
not.
tell me how you feel.
I very clearly stated I felt there was no value to this. You wanted it. It's
Yeah,
your
well, it's
platform.
like, well, I want you to say all the things that you turn the person I'm seeing right now, right? The person you're seeing from me. I get animated. I raise my voice. I keep it real. I'm the same anywhere I fucking go. The person we're seeing right now from you is like not the person that we saw yesterday. It is a completely different person. When you're
You think I'm going to get on a live stream with you and get provoked and lose my cool?
no, because it's a fucking act. Then
This
what
isn't
is-
an act. This is
no,
a
what you did
self-preservation.
yesterday is an act.
Listen, this is self-preservation. You think that I didn't think about how this could go? You didn't think that I know you well enough to know the things you say could trigger me or say things to make me go down a path or
So
start
let's
acting
do it. Let's
defensive?
fucking get
Listen,
Ariel out.
you're not provoking
Dude,
me
he's
to do
in
that.
for some
I'm-
hard years when his
I'm
daughter
not doing
disappeared.
You'll say
This
all
is
those things.
memorialized.
He was so upset that on 24 on 24 the day before, I talked about the stream with Will and everything. He was so angry that that existed in a space where he couldn't counterpoint it.
Correct.
That he was demanding that we do this interview so I could go through all those things again so he could have the opportunity to counterpoint everything I said, and I
One
would
by
not
one.
give it to him. You have no control over it. You weren't there. I'm under no obligation to have you a part of that conversation. It was between me and my bunnies, and you aren't a part of it. And he is like now so angry
This
that I
is when
won't
he
give it to
decides
him.
he's gonna make you cry.
Yep.
That you can see it on his face at one point. You can see the moment it hits him to bring up the article.
You can see the moment where he realizes he has absolutely no control over me.
And
he has
by the way,
no
Aiden,
power over me.
Women have dynamic personalities. In 1 second we're crying, another second we're laughing. Okay, it oscillates. Like I went through puberty when my mom went through menopause. Do you think my brother and father had a good 5 years? Computers were thrown at one another at one point. Okay, it all worked out in the end. But good luck. You have a daughter, sir. Make an effort to learn and understand women. You have sisters. You had a mother. May she rest in peace.
I have another point to make here. He keeps saying that you're different. You're not the same person. I'd like to ask the chat and all of you a question. When you go into court, do you behave differently? When you go into a movie theater, do you behave differently? When you go into a restaurant, do you behave differently? Or a concert or anywhere? Everybody behaves differently in every different setting. So how she is behaving on her 24 on 24, it's not even an argument. It's a dead end argument.
It's a fact.
Everybody changes how they behave.
And that's why it was so important when Nurse Kim came out after this and did her stream that was so moving and meaningful. And she made that comment about, I didn't understand Jess at first, but now I understand. It's like talking to your best friend in the car on the way to work. That's what 24 on 24. And that is what it is. Yes. Hey boys, we don't let you in on all our conversations, but we act bananas behind your backs. And sometimes in front of your faces.
It's on a show. It's memorialized on the internet. There's thousands of people watching. You want me to lose my cool? I'm not doing that.
I want you to say the things to my face that you're saying.
That's not an act. What
I
makes
want
you
you to
think
say
you
the things
deserve
to my
that?
face
What makes
right
you
now
think
that
that you
you're saying
deserve that?
when I'm not there. You can't do that.
Aiden, listen.
What? That's cowardly. That's cowardly.
I think the bravery here is to not be provoked to say what I really want to say.
You said it all yesterday. You said it all yesterday. Why can't
and if you think for 1 second that I said everything I want to say, you're out of your mind.
You won't say a single thing that you said yesterday right now. Why is
I won't say that or anything else for that matter. I think that you deserve to not have me say those things.
Well, you said it yesterday. Why won't you say it now? Why won't you say it to my face?
Those things pale in comparison to
You're
what I
not
could say or what I want to say.
Roll
And I'm
the
going to gift you with my friendship and my silence.
You're going to gift me with your friendship.
Yes, I'm not going to do it. I'm not doing it. You're trying to get me to do it, which is crazy. I'm not doing it.
I'm trying to control you because I'm a man, right? I'm like trying to, you're a woman, you're a victim.
No, I said you're trying to provoke me to get into this, and I'm not doing it. I didn't ask for this. You did.
Right, because I want to know, like, I went on with Will, and we yelled, and we hashed it all out, and we figured it out, because that's what adults do. But the problem with you is you go on your thing by yourself, and you will never say anything.
It sounds like the problem with you when you said that. That's your problem. That's not my problem.
You will go on your because it's cowardly. You will go on your show and you will rant and rave by yourself to your audience.
Hi, JFK, you're so hot.
But you won't say any of those things, my face.
You've already
right now. You won't say any of those things.
You've already. He's so mad. He's so mad.
So
look at how mad he gets when you don't give him what he wants.
And by the way, adults hash it out. But what the problem with you is, and then I'm sorry, Spicy Misty, okay? Because JFK's in the chat. I just want to make sure she's all right.
Not looking at the chat. Misty's not looking at the chat.
JFK
if I had $1 for every time somebody texts me, by the way, all the bunnies in the chat, I know you're all out there. The text messages that I get that say Spicy Misty ain't wrong about JFK, I wouldn't need to be monetized out there.
I will say this too.
Shout out.
I don't like his friend there, the J Brill dude, but JFK and James Jackson, I've never heard them talk derogatory towards women like Aiden does. Like I've never heard JFK say anything.
They're incredibly respectful.
Yeah.
It's wild, and I love when he gets
I know you do,
get
girl.
the papers, sir. Get the papers, sir. And he's like, and he's running around with the papers, and he's just okay.
You're all right, Misty. You're all right.
Are you single?
Breathe, Misty.
Will told me
the difference. Listen, first of all, you say I'm smart in real life. You think I don't understand the difference? The difference is I said them without having to hear you respond. You want me to say them again so you can counterpoint and respond.
So we can have a conversation. It's
That's not a conversation. That's not a conversation.
This isn't a conversation.
That wouldn't be a conversation. You want me to regurgitate what I already said, which you already heard, you already reacted, and now you want to counterpoint me with it.
Yeah, I want to have a discussion about the things that you said yesterday.
Too bad.
Oh, you don't want to have a discussion? So you'll say all those things when I'm not there, but you won't discuss them to my face.
No, she
Aiden,
already
if you
said
want
it.
to
She
think
didn't
for 1
stutter.
second that the word cowardly can be used to describe me right now, that's on you. I
It
feel
is
very
cowardly.
differently
I know.
about that.
Well, then how come you can't say these things to my face? I go up to people and ask them uncomfortable questions. I'm not afraid to go up to anyone.
You know what? I will ask a question. Let me ask a question. Why didn't you call me?
Why didn't I call you?
Why didn't you call me and say at any point, hold on a second. Why didn't you call me and say, I could really use you talking about my case? I've noticed that everybody else is doing it. You're talented. And I would really like it. Do you think you could maybe do a show on this thing or this thing? Why didn't you call me and ask me that?
On Sunday, I had planned on discussing that at the beginning of my show because I just wanted to bury the ship. Right?
No, he didn't.
That's not an answer to the question, by the way.
No.
And he had no intention. He all
For a
this.
while, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to say it on my show and just air it out. I know they're going to hear it, right? And so I'm just going to say it and be like, these are my thoughts, right? And I said that I want everyone to stop, but mostly I was talking to you. And then you went on your stream and you're like, I think he's talking to
I know. We're aware of this. What I'm asking to you is, this isn't like a new feeling, obviously, right? You didn't just feel it like on Sunday, right? Or the days leading up to it, right? You've obviously been thinking about how I have not discussed your case, right?
That's the least of my issues. That's the least of my
But I asked you a question. Why did you not call me and ask me if I could do that?
Because I figured I'd just do it on my show. I'm just going to say, because you weren't going
to prior to this, I'm asking, why have you never called me and asked me to do it?
When I give you advice, you completely ignore it. You obviously don't respect or value anything I have to say.
And you may not do that.
Well, I could counterpoint that with something, but I'm not going to.
Okay.
There's been plenty of times you asked me to do something and I've done it.
Okay. I mean, it's like you asked a question, I gave you an answer. That's why I did it. Because you don't listen to my advice. So why would I call you up and ask you to do something? I know what you're going to say. You're going to say no.
You didn't listen to his advice.
I believe that in times when you've asked me to do something for you that are important to you,
Bad
I've done
Bunny.
them.
Okay.
I've done it. And you never once called me and asked me to do that. And it seems to be you started off with that. It was on Will's show. It's a big takeaway. It's what really started the whole conversation and me counterpointing and saying, I've done a lot for you. You never once picked up the phone and called me and said, I could really use some, a show. Do you have some time this week to go over this or anything like that? You never said it. I just assumed, obviously, Aiden, that you recognize there were a lot of people already doing that and that I was doing my own thing, which...
But you understand how it's cowardly to talk shit about somebody by yourself when they're not there and then refuse to say those same things face to face. You get how cowardly that is, right?
It's your whole brand.
He's never had a
platform
man
to say what you want, how you
before,
want.
ever. That's his fucking
and I back it up because
I live at 91 Washington Avenue. Get in your car and drive.
Get him!
That's what I said.
I'm here. Aiden, this isn't real life.
We
This
can
isn't
talk
real
on the
life.
internet, but you can't say it's my face right now.
Aiden, you want to meet right now? Do you want to meet right now, face to face?
We are meeting. This is a face and that's a face.
No.
Why can't
He
you
needs
say
it public.
What is it that you want me to
It's
say?
gotta be
What do you want?
public.
Let's go. What do you want?
Tell me why you think that you built your platform completely independent of me. Tell me about that.
Oh, fuck you.
Wow.
I built my platform. What?
Because that's what you said yesterday.
I built my platform and I've been doing this before your case.
Yeah.
What's your platform built on?
I started small. I worked at a local radio station.
Where 10,000 subscribers come from?
The Karen Reed Project.
This is crazy. I almost can't listen to it. It makes me so upset.
I've got stats. Do you want some stats?
What?
Oh,
Yeah,
That's
we would love
stats.
stats.
Early 2025, you had 22,300 on Twitter. August 2025, when you started your YouTube channel, you received 5,000 subs in the first week. By August 19th, you had 6,000. In October of 2025, you had doubled your Twitter followers to 44,000. And then by November 1st, you were at 7,000 on YouTube.
Sounds successful.
a little impressed, right, girl?
And I don't think he was ever a guest on my show prior to that. I don't think we didn't even come on.
We didn't need you.
Auto person that we saw yesterday, the unfiltered, I'm a bad bitch from Fall River and fuck everybody.
She
You guys
is.
like me and Aiden can go fuck himself and fuck you, Aiden. You know, I built my fucking platform. Fuck you. You make me fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Fuck. Is that the real person or is this the real person?
I think sometimes I feel one way and sometimes I feel another.
Yep.
Okay.
They both are.
Sometimes I feel confident. Sometimes I feel confident and strong, and sometimes I feel not confident and strong.
And when you're alone and not facing someone, then you feel confident and strong. But when you're facing them, you're not so strong.
I think that it's dangerous for me to be on a live stream that's being recorded because I think that there are some things I would want to talk about that aren't good for you.
Oh, so you're threatening me. So there's the
No, that's not a threat.
I see exactly what that is. I'm not stupid. You don't want me to say what I'm about to say. No,
that's not what I said. You're asking me why I'm acting a certain way and I'm holding back because I don't think it's beneficial to do that here.
Anything you said on your show yesterday, I'll discuss with you right now. Like, let's talk about it.
You want
She
to
doesn't
talk
want
about it.
to.
I do.
Okay.
I do because I don't like you want to take shots, whatever, but you can't handle it back. You can't have a conversation.
That's not true. You can take all the shots you want about me. I didn't ask for a show to counterpoint it. You continue to glaze over the fact that you keep saying she's got to handle it. You got to take it. You can't take the shots. I did. I let you say them, and I didn't ask for a fucking conversation about it. That it is the biggest misconception and lie that you're stating is that I can't handle it. I can handle it. I handle it on my own platform, and I don't need to ask for apologies from you or anything. You can say what you want when you want, and I will handle it on my own. I am handling it. And you just
She
don't
does it
like
with
it
these,
how I'm
she does it
handling
with
it.
Can you play
Please.
some of the clips from your YouTube presentation yesterday?
Aiden, I'm not in the business of
I
doing it.
want to discuss some of the things that you said.
If you can, Aiden, I'm not pulling up clips like that. It's
I
ridiculous.
have the clips ready to go. Can I play some?
I'm not going to move forward with this.
So you're not going to discuss
No.
some of the things that you said in your show about me yesterday.
Great
You're not gonna
job
do that.
here.
No.
I'm not going
This
to.
was
I'm not. It's
elite.
there for you. You can do it on your own show.
You'll say them alone, but you won't discuss them with me face to
Correct.
face.
I think it is taking everything I have to just hold the line here and not get provoked by you.
Not provoked. Say the things you said yesterday. That's not being provoked. Just say the things
I don't
you
need to
said.
say them again. They stand on their own.
Look, they don't. Let's discuss them. Let's discuss some of the things you said yesterday on your show.
I'll disconnect from this if you start getting tit for tat.
What?
Yep.
I'll disconnect
Fuck
from
yeah.
this if you start pulling up clips and going tit for tat.
Like, can we please? I have it backstage. Let's just
Okay.
pull it up.
No,
Listen to me. Listen to
no
me.
is
You're
a
not
full
gonna get what you
goddamn
want here.
sentence. Where's
Yes, I'm a
Messy
man, and
Jessie
I'm
when you
telling
need
what to do,
her?
right? I'm trying
Correct.
to tell you as a man. Right? Yeah, a big bad man, right?
Correct.
You're the
Listen,
victim.
Aiden,
You're the woman and you're a
I
victim.
feel very sad for you. And
Okay.
I maintain that. And I said that this is just very unfortunate for you.
It's very unfortunate, I know. So let's talk about Jeff, okay?
All right.
And so Jeff, you know, yesterday you like Jeff's gonna be
Leave Jesse's name out your goddamn mouth.
Yeah, that's after the comments that you made on Will's show about him.
Oh, so I can comment about you, and then that goes to physical threats.
I think it was
what are
because you
you, a
said something
baby?
like "You're in Fall River where you belong."
Is he
Yeah.
gonna hit me?
No,
So why'd you say he was gonna hit me?
because I'm mad about what you said about my husband.
Oh.
And you say
Figure
things
of
sometimes
speech.
when I'm not
Pussy.
there, but you won't say it here. That you didn't mean that. You didn't mean he was actually gonna hit me. That's just something
So-
you said in the show.
I'm
Correct.
happy to talk about my
It's
husband.
hyperbole.
Okay. I think everybody understood what my husband was doing that day where he was in the chat. And I'm assuming it's the first comments that he stated was, why is Aiden or Turtleboy the moral compass to this whole thing? Right? Those were the two statements. I have those. You know, those are the two that you're talking about. He made comments about you being the moral compass. Okay. That wasn't I think doing anything really crazy. I'm surprised he did it, but I think it was because he was really frustrated with what was going on at home with the everyday, the shit going on. So he got in the chat and he was like, basically to me, while I was talking about you, he was like, why the fuck is this guy the moral compass of all of this shit, right? And then, so you got really upset by that, and you made comments on Will's show and whatever, and I reacted to that. I've said this on my show. I don't need the clips for it. I think my husband is doing husbandly things. It's not personal. He protects his wife. I don't think he really cares about you either way or anybody else out here. I think he's just trying to be a cheerleader in a husbandy way, and that's it. My words, what?
Did he threaten violence on anyone?
My husband?
Are you
Yeah.
are
I
you
don't
a
think so.
pussy bitch boy, Aiden?
Did he? Did my
Absolutely,
husband
he is.
threaten anybody?
Yeah, he said he was gonna come punch him or something.
Perfect.
I don't know. What did he say? I have no
Did he say
idea.
that he's gonna kick their ass or anything like that? Anything insinuate anything
Kick
like
their
that?
Aiden, what is your issue with
I'll
my
kick
husband
his
being
ass.
defensive of his wife?
No, my issue is that like
What is the issue? What do you have an issue with my husband? Who I'm the person. This is my
Offensive.
job. What's your problem with my
what
husband?
means to punch someone in the face is not being defensive. It's being offensive.
My
Duh.
husband is being defensive of his wife. He doesn't like when people are mean to me.
Okay, and so you are mean to everyone. What are you talking
Doesn't
about?
matter. That's my husband is
Your whole
just
brand is
protective.
being mean to people. Is it not?
Listen, it sounds to me like there's something here that I can't explain or teach you. My husband is just being my husband. He's protective of his wife. He knows very little about this whole thing. He's just being protective of me.
Just
There's no
like-
real listen. I don't care what you want to do
Some
here. There's
people
no
have never
defense
been
here.
punched in
My
the
husband's
face
not gonna go
before in their
fucking
life,
find
and
you.
it shows.
None of that. If I ran my mouth about it, it's because my husband is protecting me, and I think that's what he is
Protecting
doing,
you
and
from
that's
what?
it. And I don't know why all you guys have a problem with it. So
Protecting you from what?
You're
he's
bad.
just getting in the
attitude.
chat and running his mouth.
And
That's
what's
it.
he protecting you from?
He's just defending me.
What's he protecting you from?
He's
From the
defending me.
internet
He's not the show is full.
onslaught.
He's in the chat.
What you just said? He's
Aye.
protecting you from what?
Mean people.
Criticism.
Pussy ass pussies.
He's
Aiden,
protecting you.
listen, dude, I'm very sorry. This is like another level here. My husband knows I can handle all the criticism in the world. I can't even tell you how many times I'll mention something that's on the internet and Jeff will go, Jessica, you're going to be over this in 20 minutes and we're not even going to talk about it. My husband knows I can handle criticism better than everybody. This
What?
particular,
You can
listen to
handle
me.
criticism better than anyone? Are you kidding?
Aiden doesn't want to hear that his group of followers are more toxic than normal groups of followers. They're especially vicious. They listen to what he says without even him having to say it. A mere suggestion of something sets them off. And then what they do is they say the exact same thing about other people. It's like they are awful. I've never seen anything like that in my life. And they go, oh, they're doing it. They're doing it. It's like, no, it's not. It's not the same thing.
Mhm.
It's just not. He's scary. It's scary to talk out against him because you know something's going to come back to you.
Which is one of the things I said recently about like when he did that, like, you should all unsub. You can't like me and like her. Those people probably, there's some people that are just out of fear. Like what if he's looking? What if he goes and clicks on you and sees that you're still subbed to my channel? Like he will be like looking at you. So I think a lot of people will just like kind of, fine, I'll do it, but I'm still going to watch. But like this right here, when it comes to my husband or whatever, like, this action about Jeff, like I don't understand how I do understand. I don't know if he has ever defended a woman the way that my husband has defended me in the chat, however small that was. It was not a big deal. It was a couple of sentences in a chat. My husband doesn't have Twitter. He's not on Facebook doing this shit. Like he just is in a chat while I'm live, right? And he's like saying some shit to like the negative bullshit happening. And this guy's losing his fucking mind over my husband, who's like, I'll fucking punch you, dude. Like, that's not a real threat. And why are you so upset by that? Why?
They never threatened him either. And he got.
Why are you so upset with that?
It's such small, big energy. Sorry, Moons.
You know what my husband really means? He wants to fight you in trivia. He wants to fight you in trivia. He will beat you in trivia. He wants to beat you in a board game.
In a video game.
What is the threshold for not being able to handle criticism? If I couldn't
Handle
handle
any criticism. What criticism can you handle?
what's the manifestation of not being able to handle the criticism?
Anything. You see a text message from Baker, and that's criticism.
That's not a real. Wait a second. The criticism and the real manifestation that would be like, I'm done. I'm getting off the internet. I can't fucking handle it anymore. I just wake up every day and fucking do it all over again. What a premonition. What a premonition to what was going to be coming. Start over every day. I am super sensitive. I have a real problem.
Thank you. Yes.
But what do you, dude? What the fuck do you care? I think you're a bad boyfriend.
I'm the worst. What are you talking about? I've said that a million times.
I know, but why do I have to hear from you that I'm sensitive? What the fuck do I care if you think I'm sensitive?
You apparently care a lot. What I say.
It's a good thing to be sensitive, not a bad thing.
It's like you want to control how I react to stuff. They listen to me on the radio. I had the #1 radio show, working through things in real time. I like talking about my life.
Comment about that, right?
It's a part of it. Yes.
Okay. Did you reach out to Baker for his side of it before developing your opinion on him?
Yes.
Hold on, I want to get bullshit.
I listen to your advice all the time. People always give me advice. Listen to some of my older shows compared to now. I'd always listen to advice. I'd always listen to constructive criticism. I take it to heart.
Okay.
He can't be serious.
Okay.
Yeah, but like you get my point here, right? You take
the only point I get from here is that you are trying to tell me how I act, how I react, how I'm being, what I do on my shows.
No, I'm
not. It's not how it should be.
No, I'm pointing out the flaws with it. I'm pointing out
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Like my point here is that
thank you so much.
You get the
just nuts.
Issue though, you take shots at people all the time. What if BLT cried himself to sleep that night?
Listen, first of all, I'm going to maintain that I'm not interested in talking about this article with you. It's my issue and how I handle it, and that's it. If people want to say I'm a hypocrite because I go after people, oh wait, did I miss the part where I started crying? I went out to him first.
Talked about this multiple times.
Face to face like this.
Clearly, it's still on your mind. Because it's gone.
You were trying to get me to get in this. I'm a very emotional person. I have a hard time with criticism. I react in the. All right, let's take a break for a minute. I haven't been able to watch the chat. What are people talking? This ladybug is like making a presence known. I don't know. There's a lot going on up until this point.
I'm gonna tinkle BRB.
I do have a question for the chat though. My question for the chat is for those of you who are real bunnies, those of you who have followed Jessica and watched all her shows, when Jessica talks in depth about the article, does Jessica cry? Not when she's mentioning it, not when she's saying, well, when Aiden wrote the article about this and then so on and so forth. Not when she's, just mentioning it here and there. But when Jessica starts to in depth speak about the article, does Jessica cry? Chat.
Yes. And I will tell, and I don't know if I have explained it while on camera. I will explain to you the reason why. I will probably not even be able to say it without tearing up. It is always the same thing. I feel overwhelming guilt about even remotely possibly thinking for a minute that I didn't want to exist anymore and what that would have done to my kids. That's it. That's what I was thinking about there. That's exactly it is like in my head. So anytime I talk about it, it's not about like, you know, okay, that had me down real bad or whatever. It's been 5 years, 6 years. I can't believe that I let this person and his words and what he did to me ever even put me in a frame of mind where I could have potentially like hurt my kids over it.
Yeah.
So manipulate my fucking dick.
Way that I react at that moment, and then the next day I'll react a different way, and then maybe I'll go back to being pissed off and angry at you. I reserve the right to say and do whatever I want whenever I want. I work through it in real time. That's it. And that's actually what a lot of people like about my show, from what I hear. I don't know. And that's it. I mean, listen, I think there's a lot of people who love you one day and hate you the next. You know, that's how it is for me too. A lot of people like me one day and a lot of days they don't like me. It's okay.
All right. So like, I just making sure, because yesterday on your show, you said you insinuated I should have given up my seat for you.
You know, when you are hearing me right now react to what you and Will did the other day, platforming a bunch of people, go back and play all the nice things I said about you. Maybe it'll balance it all out for you.
Yeah, I've said a lot of nice things about you too, have I not?
Thank you so much.
Well, I'm not asking for thank you. I'm just pointing.
I wasn't asking for any of this. You put yourself in this. And what you did with Will, and you guys went after me, I'm reacting to that.
What did I do with Will?
And I'm reacting to that.
I went on there to go to confront Will.
Do you think that I should have just never mentioned it? Is that what you're saying here? Like what you guys did on Will's show and dragging?
No, I think we should have a conversation about it instead of you going on your thing and ranting for 2 hours about how Jeffy's going to kick my ass.
Okay, that's not true. I ranted about it for 2 hours and I mentioned that for about 30 seconds. So let's be authentic. And second of all, I think what we're dealing with here, and I will maintain, is that you want me to do it this way, and I want to do it this way, and I am not going to do what you want me to do. I don't want to do it.
I don't want you to do it.
You asked for this. I told you it had no value, and I said I don't want to do it, and you said no, I want to do it, and I don't know how many times you said I want to have a God, I want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't need to do it. I stand by what I said. And if tomorrow
going on by yourself and talking shit without the person there to discuss,
I love being on my show by myself. Yes, 100%. That's accurate.
You're a big fan of yourself,
and you do the same thing, Aiden.
Right. But you're not such a big fan of discussing.
Are you a fan of yourself?
Am I a fan of myself?
Yes.
Not really, no.
You should be your own number one fan. Who else will be?
Yeah.
Exactly. How did we go to like, are you a fan of yourself, and looking at that as if like that's a bad thing? How is that a bad thing? Like, exactly. I don't know, sir. Like, you have 2 children, right? So I don't know how you raise them, but I've raised my children to have that kind of confidence, which allows them to go out and exist in this world and not let people hurt their feelings, and allows them to try new things and whatever. Like, my confidence is something that I built as a child. I'm proud of it. I love myself. I am very sad for you, sir, that you don't feel that way. I hope your children don't take after you when it comes to not liking yourself.
You should be your own number one fan. That's all I have to add on to it.
Always.
I listen to Whitney Houston. I believe the children are the future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Teach them a sense of pride. That's my mantra. I live like, what do you mean, sir? Sounds like you've never listened to Greatest Love of All.
Discussions with people. I like to talk. I like to have uncomfortable conversations.
You're not a fan. You're not a fan. You're not your biggest fan. You don't have confidence.
I don't really watch my show.
Do you have confidence?
It's not what we're talking about.
But you're not really a fan of yourself, is what you said.
I mean, I'm not a fan. I mean, I'm indifferent to myself. I don't know. I'm myself.
I love myself.
Okay.
I love me. I'm very confident. I love my shows. I like listening to them. I don't like when people speed them up. It sounds terrible, but I love myself. I love what I say. I love the way I come up with ideas and the way I rant about things. I love that I, say things that people don't often say.
A lot of people love it.
And I like working through things in real time. I like talking about my life and my stuff, and I love it. I love me. I love my show. Me. I don't know if there's anything wrong with that.
If you're so confident, why are you so sensitive?
I mean, there's a lot of reasons why I think I'm sensitive.
So, but that's the opposite. That's the opposite of confidence, is sensitivity.
No, it isn't.
No?
I think sensitivity, and I actually talked about this morning, and I kind of figured out because I've been thinking about that. I think what happens is I react in the moment to when I hear things that sting. And that's why I don't listen to some stuff when it's mean, because I think the natural organic reaction for me is to get angry and upset, and it stings or whatever. And then if I just sleep on it or I think about it, I'm going, well, it doesn't sting today as much as it did yesterday. It's not going to sting the day after that. And that allows me to keep going.
Why do you bring the article I wrote 6 years about you so much if you're not sensitive about that?
Say it again.
Why do you bring up the article from 6 years ago so much if you're not sensitive about it?
It's a really big deal for me.
So it is. So you are sensitive about that. You're upset about that still. That clearly is still on your mind. Because it's gone. It's gone, by the way. I took it because you've told me before. Keep it up. I'm over it. It's fine.
Correct.
But clearly, it's not.
It's never been.
Why are you crying?
Because you're bringing that up.
That an article from 6 years ago makes you cry. You got the issue here, right? Like, you dish it really good. You're unabashed. You say whatever the fuck you want to people, right? But somebody writes an article about you, and this is what we get. You can't have that, right? You got the problem with that.
Well, first of all, the reason I got upset when you started bringing it up is because I instantly think about how I reacted to that, and it was a very difficult thing. You want to bring it up? You can give me a second. I'll get my fucking shit together, okay? But you're asking me about that article, why I bring it up, because it was a pretty fucked up thing, and it really impacted my life.
And you said that I should have questioned you before writing it and spoken with you, right?
Those are your words. That's what you said. In the text message to you, when I messaged you about it, you said to me, I should have reached out to you and got the other side.
Right. And
okay.
And you've said the same. You agree with that statement, right?
Listen.
It's not why she's crying.
You're talking about why I can't take criticism, why I get upset or whatever, and then you're going to bring up this.
So your issue with that article, big issue, is I didn't reach out to you for comment to hear your side, right?
No.
I don't really have a big issue with it. The biggest issue I have with that is how the reason I have an issue with the article is because of how I reacted.
Okay. So what you said yesterday, I heard you. You said that your issue is I didn't call you and contact you and hear your side of the story, right?
Listen.
Is that one of the issues?
My biggest issue I have with that article, if you're going to bring it up, the biggest lingering issue 6 years later or 7 years later is that it reminds me of when I was like, not okay.
This is emotional manipulation. You got to stop.
You brought it up. You fucking brought up the article.
Now, there we
you
go.
brought it up. How the fuck do you think? Let me ask you a question. Did you ever hear me say that on the day where that article came out, I thought about not being alive? Did you ever hear that?
You texted me that multiple times.
Okay, then why are you going?
Why is he smirking?
Why
you bring it up all the time? You bring it up all the time.
Good. I have the absolute right to bring it up. I can talk about it for the rest of my life. You can take it down all you want. I can still talk about it.
And he's smiling because he got her pissed.
And God forbid other people, Jess, it's a good thing to bring it up. It's not the most pleasant thing to relive, but other people learn and gain confidence, or maybe went through something similar or whatever, but they feel less alone hearing your story. It's a net positive. Even though it was something really hard that you went through, one of the benefits of bringing it up is because it was a learning experience that other people can learn from. And she's not crying about the article, Aiden. You need to oh man, baby, you have a daughter.
And you know nothing about women.
Yeah.
I also think it's pretty of my character to consistently bring up trauma and things that make me upset. And I like to talk about them. It's cathartic or whatever. So if I bring it up, I bring it up. Like, you don't get to write about me, right? Do what you did to me, have me react to it, and then somehow control when I bring it up, or how I react to bringing it up. Exactly. Or if you bring it up, how I react. It's almost like you, is this like a undercurrent of like regret? Like you regret your style back then? You regret you shouldn't have been doing these things? You shouldn't have been writing articles like this without like considering other people? Like, I don't know if that's what's really the underlying theme here, but like you have no... I guess what's really unique about this, which we never really even discussed, is what are the chances that it's someone who wrote this thing about you that made you react in such a bad way and makes you have this feeling, and you are now friends with them? Right. What are the chances that this person is someone you ever even talk to? You know what I mean? Like many people who had articles written about them, you know, they've never spoken to this man, let alone hugged him, let alone said, you know, in a text message, thinking of you, love you. Nobody has ever hugged him when he got out of jail or knows his secrets. You know what I mean? Like, it's a very weird situation that, you know, I think is so unique. But for some reason, he thinks that he has the ability to control how I react to.
Look at the plot. Look at this. When you watch this back, I'm sorry to say this, Aiden. I don't know if this is what you were really doing, but man, do you come across as calculating, that you were intentionally trying to do this to her? You want to talk about emotional manipulation. What is it you're doing, buddy? What is it you're doing? Look at your fucking smirk. Jeff ought to smack the smirk off your fucking face in a video game. In a video game.
Always bring up that article.
And I cry every time. So why the fuck are you bringing it up?
Because you brought it up yesterday. It's one of the things that you said.
Did I cry yesterday?
No, because yesterday you were Miss Bad Bitch.
Every time I talk about it, anytime I start talking about the day that happened and the way I felt, I get emotional, I get upset. I think about how I was thinking a certain way, how I fucking had to get out of it, right? Now that is a common theme when I talk about your fucking article. Now you bring it up, and when I'm crying, you say it's emotional manipulation. You think that I'm manipulating you over this?
This is absolutely emotional manipulation, crying about it.
And every time I bring up this article, I cry about it. Listen, I'm very sorry you're face to face with someone getting emotional about how they felt when you wrote a fucking shitty thing about them. That's not my problem. This is not exclusive to you. I cry every time I talk
You didn't
about
cry
it.
yesterday. You were a bad
I
bitch
actually
yesterday.
think I did
You
get
were a bad
choked
bitch
up.
with Fall River yesterday talking about it.
I think I did. Well, I haven't looked you in the face and talked about it. That's the first.
We talked about
She's
this many
always a
times.
bad bitch
Face
from
to face
Fall
like
River,
this?
by the way.
Sure. Yeah, like I wrote an article about you about COVID. It's down. I was wrong. I have a completely different worldview on that. That article was written March 17th when I was a COVID idiot, right?
He
And I
doesn't
changed
get
my
it.
mind on it, and I've apologized for it. How the fuck long are we going to talk about this?
As long as I fucking want.
Okay,
Mhm.
but you get how
Who
yesterday
the fuck
were
are
not-
you? You don't have any jurisdiction over how often I talk about
I know,
when you
no
did
man can
that.
control you. I know. I'm a man. I'm trying to control you. I know.
That's part of my fucking lore, dude. I'm gonna talk about that for the rest of my fucking life if I want to.
Okay, but
Why do you care?
But
If you're so confident and it wasn't a big deal, what the fuck do you care if the bitch you wrote about wants to fucking cry about it, Aiden?
no, because you're using it to manipulate me to feel bad.
Dude, you brought it up, not me.
You brought it up yesterday. You
wanted-
brought it up yesterday when I wasn't there, and I'm trying to discuss it now that I am here, and you won't. Instead of being the bad bitch from Fall River,
what part?
you're
I'm sorry.
crying.
What part of it do you want to discuss again? What part of it?
You said that one of your issues with me is that I didn't reach out to you for comment about that, right?
It's a part of it. Yes.
Okay. Did you reach out to Baker for his side of it before?
Yes.
Your opinion on him?
And
This
Baker
isn't
lied.
An article. I was giving my comments on a live stream.
Okay. So
In support of
sometimes,
a friend.
so
I did talk to Baker actually.
I'm taking my hoops out. I'm taking my hoops out.
Oh, that's a very Fall River thing to say. I think one of the biggest takeaways from the exit interview was this, where he said it was emotional manipulation when I was crying. I think
Yes.
that was one of the, we're going to get to the end, but like, if I'm wrong about this, so he starts this off, it's like a friendly thing. We're supposed to talk. We can have a disconnect in our friendship, and that's okay, right? They want us to have a meltdown. It's okay that we don't. And then he bookends it with, at the end, like, I think this was really productive.
Yeah.
And then he posted on social media right afterwards, like, I think this was a really productive conversation. I didn't say anything about it, right? In the minutes and time following that. But what happened was the comment sections were going crazy. People were like, actually, I thought this was terrible. He was getting ratioed, and people were getting really upset about this particular segment. And I think like he may have wanted to say, hey, this is going to start this way. We're going to be okay. And hey, by the way, this was great. And I think it was productive and it served its purpose. But the takeaway from it was that segment right there where you're basically telling me that my crying was like done on cue to manipulate him in the conversation that he actually was starting.
And hey, PR genius, I respect you and you do a lot of good work. You're very talented and successful. This was not your finest moment because you seem to forget your audience is all women. Okay. It's like an 85% clip of women. And women watch this and it slapped a lot differently than however the fuck you think it went down. It did not go down well for you, pal.
1,000%.
people should
I
reach out to
threw
the
up.
other side,
I
to the
threw
other
up.
side unless
When this happened in real time.
they're on YouTube. That
Aiden,
makes
I'll give you, you know what, Aiden, at the expense of bringing up that article, I'll give you the point on that one. There you go. I definitely
I'm
should
not
have
keeping
reached.
score. There's no point to it.
By the way, I did reach out to him. I did text him and say, I'm going to come right to the source, just so you know.
Okay, and what'd you ask him?
I'm not going to read the text out loud. I talked to him about what he said. If he was talking about me, like the comments or whatever, blah, blah, blah. I went out to him first. Based on the stuff that I saw in screenshots, I stood on my business and what I wanted to talk about. Big deal.
Right, and so
And
I
Baker
said
lied.
sorry for writing that article.
Baker
right?
lied.
I was wrong,
Yes.
right? So like, what
Yeah.
else can I do besides that? Sorry, I'm wrong. How long
I'm
do you
sorry.
have
I
to-
never asked you to do anything.
But I am sorry. I know you didn't ask me. I said I'm sorry because I'm sorry because I was wrong.
He
I was wrong. I
doesn't
admit
get
I was
it.
wrong.
You're
I'm
not
sorry.
upset
Is
with
it
him.
contingent on me
You're
never
upset
mentioning
with
it again? Like, because you
yourself.
Like this is like he apologizes and he believes that because he apologizes, I have no right to ever bring it up again. Or
It doesn't undo it. It doesn't undo what happened. And it's like, it's a bigger thing. It's not really about the article. It's more about you and your kids, honestly.
the issue was that it really changed everything for me locally. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people didn't really know about me. They didn't know anything about me. And locally at the time in 2020, right? Like Facebook was everything. Nobody I knew was on X. And this article, and actually, I think the worst part about this whole thing, the worst part about it is that this was a politically motivated hit job by people who were running against me for office, right? This article wasn't just like I'm going to write an article or I need some stuff. Like these people were trying to get me to not get votes. And so he did the political hit job, whether he was aware of it or not. And
Ironic.
it changed the trajectory of not only the election, but of like how my neighbors looked at me, how my neighbors treated me.
And you were right. You were
probably
right about
at the
what you
time
did.
of when this happened in 2020. Turtleboy was all ratchets. There was no Karen Reed freedom fighting going on there, right? It was ratchets all day long. If you were featured on Turtleboy, you were a scumbag in 2020. Not like you did something wrong or like what you were a scumbag. So when he wrote this article and it went everywhere, it made me feel like a fucking loser. Even though everything I was in that article, I stood by it. Even though
you turned out to be correct.
And I was correct about it. My statements on COVID were 100% correct, but whatever. He made me feel, he took me from being a regular person in my community to being a piece of shit scumbag.
And
right?
I don't know if a lot of people, like, very briefly, a lot of people look at it as a weakness, right? When you have dark thoughts, let's say, but to be going along in life and be everything's fine and happy and everything's doing well, right? And suddenly have the rug ripped from out from under you. It's embarrassing. It makes you feel powerless. It makes you feel like your own life's not in control. And Jess, you're not the only one I would venture to say most of the people in the chat have experienced that. And for him to pretend not to understand that feeling, because if I had to guess, if I had to parlay it, okay, I would take the bet that Aiden has felt that way at times about his own life, that it's out of control, that it would be easier if he weren't here. That's the kind of dark thoughts, okay? None of us are proud of ever having those thoughts, but they're human thoughts. They're more common than everyone thinks. And it's okay to have had them.
I don't know if we missed it or if it's still to come, but he at one point mentioned about Brian, right? And he mentioned like the things that I said to Brian. Like,
hi, Brian.
Brian's here in the chat.
Brian.
Yes.
Hi, Brian.
So, I'll try to say this with respect to Brian, but like he basically says here, like how do you think about what if Brian wanted
cried
to
himself
right based on what I said about Brian, right? Which is, you know, it was a tough moment in this because I was kind of like upset by that at that moment where he said that or whatever, but that was, again, I had to take that. I feel like maybe he was right about that.
But it's not like he cares. He didn't care, you know?
He was using it as like a counterpoint in this bigger thing here, right? It was like he was using
you're no
right,
better than me.
Care. Correct.
Right.
Yeah, I'm no better than him. Correct.
None of us are better than anyone else. We're all just humans. And I love you. I'm sorry that you went through this. Brian, I'm sorry for what you went through. Aiden, I'm sorry for what you're going through, you know?
I think some people are better than others. I'm sorry. I do think that.
Well,
That's
I
really
agree,
terrible, like the awful humans that do terrible things. But generally overall. But anyway.
Obviously, Jess is the best.
Stupid. You're so stupid.
Sorry, I can't.
No,
I
I
can't
want to
talk
know
about
how
it.
long what you want from me. Like, how long do you keep bringing this up? It's been 6
I don't
years.
talk about it for you. I talk about it for me.
Okay.
It's a really important thing for me to say that I got past that. It's a skill set I have now. I was able to deal with
How have you gotten past it? You cried.
What is it?
What? How have you gotten past it if the first thing you do when I bring it up is cry?
PTSD.
I learned that on days really bad and there's a lot of people coming at you. Go to bed, wake up, and it's gone. Start over.
Such a prick.
So how have you gotten over it?
I didn't say I got over it. I said that I have been able to use what you did that time and what you did as a benchmark for me to say this was a time that things were really difficult, really hard.
Can you imagine like literally having to like defend to your like the perpetrator, like how you reacted to his like crime? Can you imagine?
It's re-traumatizing. That's what it is.
And I pushed through it and then woke up the next day and just kept going. That's something I do
6 years later, you're still crying about it.
It was pretty traumatic.
Traumatic?
Yeah.
How is it traumatic?
It was embarrassing.
Oh, God.
That's traumatic.
Minimizing, huh?
Every day. Do you not? You don't attack people? You didn't embarrass BLT? Which, by the way, 100% here for. You were 100% right about that. But you didn't embarrass him? I'm here for when you embarrass. I'm here for it, and that's my issue. Is you want to be two different people. You want to be the person that
I can be whatever I want. It's not for you to tell me what I can be.
I know I'm a man. I'm trying to tell you what to do. I got it.
Aiden, hold on this.
Fuck off, Aiden.
Fuck up.
I never realized how often he said the man part.
Yeah,
I didn't
I
realize
did.
that until
It's like the 6th time. If
didn't
Aiden, if
realize
what
that.
you really want is a fight between the girls and the boys, gang gang, we can play that game. Gang gang, caca,
gang, gang,
motherfucker.
caw.
Ride it, Dawn.
What to do?
A lot of people
Nobody.
give me advice, and I listen to it.
Bullshit.
I listen to advice all the time. People always give me advice. Listen to some
Okay.
of my older shows compared to now. I'd always listen to advice. I always listen to constructive criticism. I take it to heart.
Okay.
Yeah, but like,
No, he doesn't.
This is okay.
yeah, but like, you get my point here, right? You take
The only
shots at
point
people-
I get from here is that you are trying to tell me how I act, how I react, how I'm being, what I do on my shows
No, I'm
is
not.
not how it should be.
No, I'm pointing out the flaws with it. I'm pointing out the
Thank
fundamental
you.
flaws.
Thank you.
Okay. My point here is that
Thank you so much.
you get the issue though. You take shots at people all the.
What was that, Moons?
But yet you're successful and the views are up.
Oh, when do we get to the part where he's actually looking at my view count?
Time.
I think it's
What if
coming up.
BLT cried himself to sleep that night?
Listen, first of all, I'm going to maintain that I'm not interested in talking about this article with you. That's my issue and how I handle it, and that's it. If people want to say I'm a hypocrite because I go after people, point. Great. Okay, got it.
There's no score here. There's no points.
I think that's what you're trying to do here, but go ahead. What's
I
next?
really agree. We agree that you are a hypocrite, right?
Really?
Shut the
That's all.
fuck up.
Like there we go. Common ground, right?
Yeah.
What did you
But
just
we
say?
don't agree
I said,
that
I
you
think
take
we both
advice, Aiden.
reached-
Aiden, please don't do what you're doing right now. I'm not a hypocrite. Please.
You just
Please.
said you were a hypocrite.
I'm being facetious, Aiden.
Oh, so you're not. So you were a kid. Okay. So you dish it to people. That's a big part of your brand. You dish it to BLT. You dish it to a lot of people, right? But when
Yeah.
people dish it to you,
Some
you
of
cry.
this doesn't come across as like a brother
Listen.
and sister.
I can't even say it without crying.
Exactly.
I'm upset. When you mentioned that article, I get upset because I think about how stupid I was thinking that maybe I shouldn't be around for my kids. And that makes me upset every time. I don't care. I don't care what you listen. Dude, you're so shitty right now what you're doing.
not-
I fucking hate him right there.
What
I
about
hate
crying on
him
the
right
fucking
there.
floor like a little fucking bitch in South Boston that night? How about that?
I fucking hate. Great point.
Shitty. I'm fucking real. I'm you yesterday,
Really?
right? Do you not understand this? What about BLT? If he cried himself to sleep and wanted to kill himself when you criticized him, do you give a fuck about that?
That would be terrible. We're sorry, BLT.
I had nothing to say to that because he was right.
Fair enough. Fair point.
Have you thought about that ever? Like,
There's
it might
so much
feel
I'm thinking about right now that I want to say and I can't do
But
it.
the difference
Really,
is
it's a yes
just
or no
is
question.
that
You're not
There's
making
so much
up
I want to
lies.
say right now.
right.
I mean, I openly admit, like you can tell right there, I paused and was thinking of that, and I felt very bad, and I do feel bad.
Well, that's the difference. That is what I'm trying to point out is that you visibly feel bad.
Yeah,
Aiden
sometimes somebody has
visibly
to point it
doesn't.
out and then you feel it.
But I didn't feel bad until after. I didn't feel bad until later on. You know what I mean? But
You made a mistake. It's not even that it wasn't that. Like, it's,
first of
I'm
all,
sure it's not
I
for Brian.
maintain that my initial comments about Brian were not bad. We go back and listen to it, it is just like, it's not even like an attack. It's just, I've learned obviously that if there's a certain way things go here, right? And then you actually go in a different direction or you say something, it causes a far bigger disruption than like what I think it would have. You know what I mean? So I never thought that just by giving my 2 cents about the Brian situation and disconnecting myself, it was never done. If I had known what it would have done, I would never have done that. Like, I just think I've learned a lesson from that. And
And you don't
by him
sit and
saying
take
this
Brian's head and rub it in the dog shit that it turned out to be. Like, we're trying to move onward, and not what Aiden's doing is refusing to see what you're even really upset about, but then on top of it, rub it in your face that you're upset about it. And it's
here's another example though. Like, I would never tell Brian to not get upset about what I said.
That's
you know what
the
I mean?
difference is.
So like, have I ever sat there and been like, toughen up, Brian, shut the fuck up, Brian.
Right.
It's not that big. Like, if Brian wants to crash out over it, if Brian wants to leak my repo video or go, you know what I mean? Like if Brian wants, it's all is fair in love and war. I never criticized Brian for how he managed his feelings about what I said. This here is clearly like, I want to manage your feelings about what I did to you. I don't want you to act this way.
And one comment about the Brian situation is that you were very, very new to YouTube. And I think that you were just trying to navigate being new and trying to separate yourself a little bit and so on. I don't think that you meant any harm, really. I think you were just trying to separate yourself. And like I said, you were new to YouTube, so you didn't know exactly how this would end up becoming.
It was just
I
the
definitely
truth.
didn't
At
know,
the time,
but
it was something that you said and thought, and it turned out how it turned out. And to Brian, for any part of the bunnies, I think just I don't mean to speak for all the bunnies, but for any pile on that you suffered, oh man, does it fucking suck? Sorry
I
for any
say
role I
something?
played.
I saw somebody in the chat say something about he hates when his daughter cries. Look at how he recorded her and like sent it to Meredith. Like I felt that way too when I saw that and like heard that from him, and I was like, why is he recording his daughter crying like that? Like, I
Oh,
mean,
I understood his
but
explanation.
hold
about that.
on. But also from a mother, you get overwhelmed. You know what I mean? But this isn't giving him any grace with that for people that think that way about him with the phone call and the recording with his daughter. I'm just saying.
But
Yeah,
it's kind of a good point that he doesn't know how to react to women
No.
or children or, to females who cry. He
Mhm.
doesn't understand them.
the
And I feel
initial
that
reaction of me when I cry and how he tilts his head back and he is instantly agitated. It's almost like it didn't even matter. It was Jess
Nope.
Machado. It was like
Sick.
literally every other woman in his
Right.
life that like cries. The reaction was proportionate to like that shit. You know what I mean? And like it was almost like it never matched up right there. Like he should never care that I'm upset about it. You know what I mean? He shouldn't care. But so you're right, Jess, about how he
Dirty River.
or dirty. I was gonna say Dirty River. I didn't want to say it, but Dirty Diva. Like you're right about how there is a certain thing about how he reacts to women getting emotional at his hands.
And
You know
I
what
don't
mean?
think it probably has. I'm sorry for whatever he went through in his life. I would venture, if I had to guess, it is not even his romantic partnerships. It has to do with his siblings and
Yeah,
the way
his
you
growing up. Yeah.
that shit is ingrained in you when you're growing up. So whether it's he's the eldest of 8 siblings. Maybe his sisters got more attention when they threw a tantrum, something to that. Whatever. I don't know. I
If
don't
you'd
want
like to
speak on
come
it.
into 24 and 24 in the mornings, we talk about childhood trauma all the time.
All
and
the
we
time.
work it out there. So
But
it's just a bunch
he
of
kind of-
menopausal women, but we get it done. So
a lot of
I
people
am
told
not. I'm not there quite yet. I look forward to it though, because
shout out Rat House who announced I was menopausal. I'm 38 and I'm pregnant for
And
Christ's sake.
she's gonna have a baby.
A baby
A
bunny.
whole baby. And just
But-
before you hit play, I just want everybody to look at Aiden's face. Because what he is doing there is what he does throughout this whole thing. He reads his chat. He's following his chat. And that's where he's starting to find his responses is through his chat.
He reads all of the chats all over the community. And when you look at the stats, that's like 10% maybe of your full audience.
Right. One of the ladies sent me a screenshot of what Brian said in the chat. I didn't see it, but it says, just with all due respect, it was the piling on that you did for months where I didn't do that to you, not the initial comments. I think there was a lot of people advocating for you and there was a lot of counter punching going on. I still, again, feel like all's fair and love and war out there, but I do apologize that I didn't understand what that whole thing could have done. I would have done that very differently, but it's not an excuse. Actually, I think what it is when you say something, everything before the but doesn't count. So I won't add a but to that. I'll just say, I apologized before, but I will apologize again to Brian if he's still here.
Yep.
Well, I'm asking you a simple question. Do you ever think about that?
There is so much I want to say right now, Aiden.
If BLT wanted to kill himself because of what you said about him, and then he brought that up.
So much I want to say. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
This is where the threats come in. I get what you're doing. You're threatening. These are threats. You can't handle a tough conversation where I point out something that is a fundamental flaw.
Because in order for me to counterpoint it, it's not good for anybody.
Right. So
you know what? That's not a threat. That's me fucking waving a white flag, dude. I'm not doing it.
It sounds like you're unable to admit. I've cornered you. I've got you and pointed out a fundamental flaw in your character that you dish.
He literally is so excited. He says, I cornered you. I got you. I pointed out a fundamental flaw in your character. He is so jazzed that he didn't pick out a flaw. He got me to recognize that I said and did something that wasn't right, or that I could. Now, there's no proof out there that Brian wanted to hurt himself because of my words. That's a conversation for Brian to have, but he doesn't even know that, nor does he even care. He's just using it as like a point in this conversation, and quite frankly, relishing in it.
You can't take it. And instead of admitting that, you threaten me.
I'll admit it. Yes, I admit it. I admit it. It's a fundamental character flaw.
But is that facetious?
No.
Okay.
I have a question.
And that's all.
I have a question.
Like
yes.
What is she threatening you with, Aiden? You can hit play.
I had a counterpoint of something that I would not have shared, that I thought if he were here with me right now, I would have levied it in that. You know what I mean? Like that happened at another point in the conversation earlier. I want to be able to be like, well, what about this? How do you explain? Like, how about how I feel about how you do this? You know what I mean? Like, so it's I'm not able to use all my tools in this argument, in this debate. You know what I mean? And I want to do that. And so that's why I'm like, fuck it, white flag, dude. Like, you got me. Like, okay. You know what I mean? Like, I've got nothing.
Right.
Here,
right.
You know?
Which was a good move. That was an elite tactic.
And
because otherwise you would have got bogged down.
Your flaws. It's okay to be flawed. Right?
Is it?
Like,
hello? Hello?
Good evening, Miss Jess and everyone else. And I just want to repeat what I said a few days back, and that is, you must remember, I go way back with Turtleboy, and he is a bad man who every now and then does a good thing. I am not just making this up. That is a fact, and you all need to understand this. Have a good evening.
I hate to interrupt this programming with a call from Boat, who just wants to make sure you all know that he knows about Aiden, and he is a bad person who sometimes does good things. So shout out to Boat.
I 1000% thought Boat was a woman until just this moment.
I'm not sure. I'm just saying. I'm not sure. Listen,
is Boat not Monistat? Are they separate people?
You know who my guess is.
Oh, I don't know. Are there guesses?
Yeah.
Is it Cryford?
Listen, everybody thought it was Prison Misty. She's here. It couldn't have happened. Or, I mean, shit, she wasn't on camera, but it's definitely not Prison Misty.
Not me. Not me.
Doesn't even sound the same.
Is it
Jimmy? I can't make that voice.
It's not Jimmy. Is that Moons? No. Is that your guess? It's Jimmy?
No. Kevin Reddington is my guess.
You think it's Kevin Reddington?
She's in love with Kevin.
I think Attorney Reddington is busy.
He's sleeping.
He's giving interviews to Karen about
cooking
beers.
His cheeseburger on the grill or steak, whatever.
I played him like crossing someone the other day at the trial, and then I played Boat, and I played it again over and over and over.
No! There's going to be an AI program that you can put that in and have it figure out if the voice is the same.
Come on,
but if BLT wanted to kill himself, right? Because you got him good, and I agreed with it.
We're glad you're here, Brian.
I 100% agree with everything you said about VLT. But if he wanted to kill himself as a result of that, would you be okay if he told you, I
wouldn't be okay. You made your point. Noted.
Okay. All right. We've common ground. There we go. That's progress. This is good.
What's the common ground? No. Aiden?
Yes.
People like this. People want honest conversations.
What's next? What else?
Let's do me. Let's talk about me. You wanted to bring up my flaws. I don't want to focus on just your flaws. You feel free to talk about my flaws.
Okay.
What flaws?
And we can address them.
That's okay. I don't need to do that. I didn't want to do that.
I'm not afraid to have that conversation. I'm not afraid to discuss it. I like to hear what people say about me. I like to hear it,
I'm not the person to do that.
You just did it for 2 hours yesterday.
And you heard it.
I would prefer not to get into it. I think I said everything I wanted to say.
But you won't discuss any of those things right now.
Sir, she's
I
protecting
think this
you
has
right
gone on
here.
long enough,
She's
right?
protecting you.
I don't know what's your objective or what did you need from all of this? What do you
Well,
want to
I
do?
wanted to confront you about the things that you were saying.
Say it again.
I wanted to confront you about the things that you're saying and have a face-to-face conversation. That's what I wanted to do.
Okay.
And I want to tell, here's what I wanted to do. I wanted to tell you why I wanted to tell you why I don't like your show, right? And also tell you that that's okay. It's okay not to like people's show, and we can still be cool, right?
Yeah, but it wasn't, because you did say that, and then I ran my mouth about it, and that's it. But you needed to have some sort of a back and forth over it. Like, you're literally contradicting yourself. You said you don't like my show, blah, 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 blah. I reacted to it and said what I wanted to say, but you won't let me on my platform have the last word about it. You needed to have a joint platform conversation to counterpoint it. Take your own advice. I said what I said yesterday, and that's it. Let it exist in the fucking space. Use your own platform to talk about it. It has 100% been okay for me that you said I don't like my show and all the shit. How I handle those words is I run my mouth on my show about it, and then I hang up my phone and I go about my fucking life.
Well, except when people talk about you, and then you get upset.
Then I get back on my phone and talk about it again, and then I hang up the phone, and then I go about my fucking life.
And then you cry.
We keep showing up.
I cry, and then I laugh, and then I'm a bad bitch, and then I'm a cunt, and then I'm so nice and sweet, I'm just a baby, and then I move the fuck on, and I hang up, and then I go on and live my life, not worrying about going to fucking jail.
But is that a shot at me, or they're not?
It is a fucking shot.
Whoa!
You won't take your own advice. I just go around not having to worry about 90 years in jail. That's all.
Jessica Machado from the top motherfucking rope on that one.
I'm sorry. The bitch made me cry. What was I going to do at this point?
Act
so funny.
like it. Act like it.
That was facetious, Aiden. Don't get out of pocket, okay, buddy?
But I do have something else to say here.
Yes.
What I have something to say is, the law is one thing, right? The laws in the books are one thing. What happens in court is something completely different,
Correct.
Aiden. Not always do the laws on the books match with what happens in court. If you haven't figured that out yet, I don't know what to tell you. And by the way, I don't know if I've said this anywhere yet, but not everybody on the jury, or actually the jury probably isn't going to be made up of your fans. So, just keep that in mind. So when Jessica says you're facing 90 years, fucking act like it, and you're not. And again, I say, JFK, listen to what he has to say about this.
Nobody wants to see you in jail, pal, at all.
Well, I'll just
Nobody.
say, as a Jersey girl, born, raised, lived forever, I hate it here though. But it is, Massachusetts, I know, super corrupt, but New Jersey's infamous for the corruption, and there's a reason for it. They don't care what a law is if they don't like somebody.
Right.
And they have a terrible cyberbullying statute.
And if they
like
find a judge, it's all about the judge. It's all about the judge. That's my dad was a lawyer, and that's all he said. He was like, it doesn't matter if,
it's only the judge.
Right.
Yeah, he was like, it doesn't matter if the person, he's like, if you have a bad judge, forget it.
Mm-hmm. When I was on bail facing charges, right? I acted like it. I never left my house unless I needed to. I stayed away from the internet. I had a restraining order against me, right? And I was accused of violating that. And I was charged twice. So if people are new here and they don't know, a political rival, the people who sent the story to Aiden, ultimately ended up getting a restraining order against me. I don't even know how, because I never contacted her directly. It was literally just about posts on Facebook. So she gets a restraining order against me. And then she submits a bunch of reasons and ways that they think that I have violated it. And because many of them went in front of a magistrate, the magistrate basically was like, we're moving you to an arraignment. Yeah. And so I was arraigned on 2 different charges. I was out on personal recognizance, and there is nothing in the restraining order that said I couldn't talk about this person on the internet, right? I could have literally, we all have learned this. I could have. I didn't talk about this person. I didn't talk about her family. I didn't talk about her friends. I didn't talk about anything at all. I didn't go outside. I didn't go to events. I went to my school committee meetings. I kept my head down. I always had a person with me, and I went back home. I acted like my life depended on it.
and
'Cause
that
it
I
did.
didn't want to go to jail. I thought it was disrespectful to the court and to the law to do anything other than that, right?
Your kids.
This guy is literally walking around like he is untouchable and that he
Yep.
doesn't have a thing to worry about until you don't talk about what he wants. And then it's like, I'm facing 90 years in
To
jail.
be fair to him, the charges against him are some trumped up bullshit. Okay. However,
Yes.
Aiden, just because it's a bunch of bullshit, you live in the real world still. That's
The judges
problem,
don't like
buddy.
him. They don't like him at all.
But I would say that's a terrible way to live. Excuse me, on bail,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
Terrible.
Amen.
Terrible how justice just described living, right? Where you're cautious and you don't do your normal activities.
I was
'Cause you're
gritting my teeth. Like I was
Right.
grinding my teeth. I lost
no
my
way to live.
hair. Like it's terrible.
And particularly when it's Jess's case, which was a bunch of bullshit, or Aiden's case, a bunch of bullshit. However, Aiden, it's a bunch of bullshit and it's unfair, but walking around acting like you don't know how the real world works is not like, none of us want to see you in jail. So this is just coming from a place of like, I don't even know you that well. Like, it's very obvious to me you have like a disconnect between how the real world works and wanting to fuck the system right back. But you got to meet somewhere in the middle, buddy. You have to toe the line. You can't walk right up to the line constantly, put a toe over it, and then act bewildered as to why this keeps happening to you.
I agree.
And I reacted to it, and you can't get over it. And that's why we're having
I can't
this.
get over what?
You wanted to talk about it. Your own
Yeah,
words. We need
yeah,
to
let's
talk.
discuss this.
Dude, take your own advice. I can say what I want on my
I'm
show.
not the one crying about it. You said a lot of shit about me.
Listen,
You don't
I
see me
cried
crying
because
about
you
it.
talked about something, and that's hard for me. That's it. I didn't cry one fucking time leading up into this. You talked about something where I didn't want to live, and that's tough for me. Good for you. You got me.
I didn't talk about how you didn't want to live. You did.
You know what's fun fact, Aiden? On that
What?
fucking bullshit fucking thing that those people came and interviewed me on, I cried then too when they asked me about it. So if they ever fucking come to fruition, I'll be crying on their thing too, okay?
I'm talking about the Sandpiper Films. So the documentary that I am a part of, whether that comes to fruition or not, I look back on that. I thought that was a Karen Reed documentary, right? I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's coming out. It changed apparently somewhere along the way, but almost all of the conversation that they asked me about was about him. And they brought up this story, and I also cried on camera for that too. So it's coming soon.
Well, how dare you emotionally manipulate Netflix?
Wait, is it really? It's coming to Netflix?
I think is that the one that's coming out in the fall of 2026?
Is it?
Yeah, you can set a reminder for something's coming out but it's labeled as Karen Reed.
It is. Most of the conversation in that was geared around Aiden. They were very interested about how I had a friendly relationship with him after what he had done with the article. Like it was a lot of what we talked about.
Interesting.
I thought that was dead. I thought that was Kate Peter
DOA.
posted it. I did. I've never heard back from them.
Well, good. I mean, all pub is good pub, right? That's what Kane taught me, Aiden. All pub's good pub, buddy. I don't know how they
Anytime
cut
I
you.
talk about that day and what happened, I get upset. Up until that moment when we talked about it here with you, I didn't cry, and it's lingering because it's in my head. I mean, well done. But like, I am as confident in this as I was when I started. You want to talk it out. You want to counterpoint it. You can't let me be on my platform and say what I want. It drives you
Correct.
fucking nuts.
What do
So
you-
much so that we had to do
It
this.
drives me nuts. How does it drive me nuts?
Then why are we doing this?
Your
Because
face.
I'm the type of person that likes to have conversations with people. That I think it's therapeutic. I
Why
think it's good. I
didn't
think
you
a lot of people
tell
are watching now.
Listen, I again didn't
Because
need
it's
more
better
money.
that this is a better.
He likes to
this is better
win
content
one-sided
than what we did
arguments
yesterday.
against people.
I hope this is. Can I just say something? It's probably like not the right place to say it, but it also feels like the right place to say it. I was going to announce this in a couple of days, but I feel like I want to do it right now. So
Here we go.
It's actually just because we're talking about it, it feels really appropriate. So I can't give specific details, but I have officially signed a contract with a production company for a 3-part documentary that will also be airing on Netflix in regards to the Jacob Pothier story. And so it's been something that has been in the works for a little while. I my team here all knows that. And I'm very excited. I will be a producer, a contributing executive producer. I'm sorry, I don't know the exact title. It's a, what do you call it?
Executive consultant.
Executive consultant, consulting executive producer. And I just had been waiting for the contract to go through my attorney and have them take a look at it. But more than anything, the most important thing is that story everybody knows is like one of the most important things that I did without knowing anybody on my own, that I put so much work into, and to try to uncover the truth behind what happened to Jacob Pothier. And I was thrilled that there was a company that found out about this and they want to write about it. And so I am a part of the team. The ink is dry on that. And
Congratulations.
with all my besties.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm so proud of you, Jess. You were so proud of you.
Thank you.
You deserve all.
That
you
was
deserve
such a good story that you just, I remembered so clearly. And they passed a law after that, right?
Yep.
Yes, that is a part of, I think, the interest in the story, right? Because there is a little bit of an end to it, that there was a change in legislation. So now like teachers can't have sexual relationships with students or it will be against the law. There's so much about this. And there was a lot of unfinished stuff too with that story, like that I never finished because I was no longer working for Fall River Reporter. I did partner with my old boss on this, by the way, and I have been dropping hints that we've kind of been having a working relationship. I thought it was great to add him to this. So he doesn't have the same part in this as I do, but yeah, and a Netflix
So cool.
producer. How about that?
It's so cool.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's so good.
And
This
shit,
is going to
Jess.
bring so much more awareness too, because I know this law is not in every state. So this
Yeah.
story is going to just make it like, and
Yeah.
you're going to be, I mean, this is huge.
You're-
This is so huge.
It's huge.
How's that for
Yeah.
investigative journalism, motherfuckers?
Yeah.
I will also say, conversations were had with them. They know all about me. They know all about you. They know all about besties, bunnies. They know about this interview. They know about my X account going dark for 30 days and why. All of those things were discussed and talked about. They're smart people. California and New York are different, right? They're business people. They get it. They're not here for this bullshit. They don't care. They care about the work, the investigative stuff, and all of the knowledge that I brought to the table with this. And so you can try, eventually these things will come out. You'll learn more about it. I'll be working, you know what I mean? So I'm going to be doing things and I'm going to talk to you about it all. You guys can try to do whatever you want. It's fine. It's a contract and I'm getting compensated for it. So if you try to disrupt that, then it directly impacts my ability to earn money from it. So, we'd take legal action. So.
You will rue the day if you fuck around with our head bunny. We're
Yeah.
so proud of
Right.
you. You deserve
Yes,
it
Jess.
so much.
Congratulations.
And it wouldn't be for everybody who listens to my stories, who read my work, who believes in all of that. So I've always maintained YouTube is a different thing. It's financed what I do, right? Because all of the work, it doesn't pay. And those stories matter, right? Like it's the investigative stuff matters, but there's a way to do it, right? And YouTube has just been able to finance it. So yes, YouTube gets messy and yes, it gets dirty. And yes, I'm not the best person all the time on it, but it allows me to do other things. And so that's that. That's it. I just felt like I needed to share. I couldn't keep it in anymore.
Good.
You
It was worth
are a rock star.
That's Spicy Misty. She's always sends me that text message all the time. You're a rock star. And I see the chat is saying, I'm so proud of you. And thank you, everybody. Thank you. I don't want to finish the exit interview. I don't need to.
That was
that's
the
a
best
great
ending.
spot to end it.
Yeah, I don't want to go over it anymore.
Agreed.
By the way, beautiful still. You've great freeze frame you have for yourself. Please
Oh,
get it off.
yeah.
She's like, woo.
Let me stop. Let me do this. How's that? Better?
You guys got me. Guys, you got me. Fuck.
Aw.
Because her hormones are all over the place because of the baby.
Because of the
Right.
twins.
Right.
Twins.
My water broke.
Love it.
Let's do some closing thoughts from everybody.
This just in, my Twitter is suspended because I said I was going to do voodoo on Katie. They reported it for violent speech. I filed an appeal.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Sorry.
I'll light this on fire right now.
Why are there bugs flying in here? There are bugs flying around.
It's the ladybugs. It's for good luck for the documentary or the.
What final thoughts do we have, or do you have anything else you want to talk about?
There were a couple things I noticed different the second watch. I didn't throw up this time. I had like a panic attack the first time. He looks even worse the second time around. And Eden, it's not that I'm against you. I support you. I support the first. Nothing's ever going to make me flip on the First Amendment, buddy.
He's not the first
to
fight
man,
it.
You come across as a prick.
Doesn't mean somebody's not turning into an asshole and we're seeing it, you know?
Right.
And, by the way, the prosecution, if you don't think that they're hanging on every damn word you say, bro,
Yeah.
and they're going to be happy to show that to the jury who are not your fans.
I wonder if, by the way, like keeping all of the content creators who are out there in all the algorithms, right, in the state, keeping everybody pro Aiden, keeping everybody happy is also a big part of this. You know what I mean? Like there's a jury that's going to have to be picked and selected, right? And how do you find a jury that knows nothing about Aiden Carney, right? It was hard to find a Karen Reed jury. I think it's going to be similar. And I wonder if like, making sure like the exit interview, so to speak, would be important to make sure it was okay for all of us because we cannot talk anymore and everything's going to be okay. Don't go and use your platform, which was getting bigger by the day, which was growing, which was getting more followers and more views. Let's not make it anti-Aiden, right? And so maybe that was important too.
Look at his position from a bird's eye view of he has pushed out the local people, like your voice, JFK's voice, for example, Brian, Mike. Came a little close to Nurse Kim for I think
Boston
his comfort.
Brandy, right?
Boston Brand, like who's left that's local? The
Amy.
local people, Boston Amy, who has no teeth. It's just odd to me from a PR guru like Aiden. I mean, he'll tell you he's been doing this 13 years and he knows everything he's doing. There is no advice. He's lying when he says he takes advice. There is no advice that he takes because he knows it all. I don't see the benefit in this media strategy he has. I think you should keep up everyone. I don't see why you're pushing out the local people in favor of someone in Denmark, for example. I think you should have. Baker has always been a great voice for Aiden. I would never not want Baker on Aiden's team, but to trade Jess Machado for Baker is a weird move. It's a bananas move. You should have both of them. And if you have,
it didn't even need to happen.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. Like he could have called a powwow, right? He could have called the two of us together and like brokered some sort of like, hey, I need you guys, like whatever. Like he didn't even do that. Like it didn't actually have to be one or the other. Like he could have either told Baker, just fucking shut it up, dude. You know what I mean? Like she didn't take it serious. Or he could have said to him, hey, you can make fun of her too, or go and get her or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
Give him a pep
instead,
talk
there was
or
like
whatever.
this crazy line drawn in the sand
especially for guys, Baker and Aiden both fancy themselves as like comedians, of sorts, satirists of sorts. The only thing they've never had a sense of humor about are crocheted butt plugs and bread clips. What is the problem, buddies? It was hilarious. What's the problem?
That was never the plan, though. That was never the plan. The plan was to do this publicly, to take down Jessica. And once again, as we learned this morning, there are two very powerful entities working to shut these people up. Now, what if one of them said, hey, Aiden, we can do this if you do this? Because I always go back to the question, what is the reason? What is the point for Aiden to turn on Jessica so harshly? What goal? What's the end goal? There is none. It's not smart to do.
But why did he do it then?
That's an excellent,
But people are
excellent
just
question.
stupid too. I mean, people are, and he likes to self-sabotage his life.
And he's under a tremendous
That's
amount
a
of
really good
stress.
point. He really does self-sabotage.
Right.
Sometimes people are just dumb, and because I know from experience, like of my own doing things to my own life and blowing it up for fun, striking a match, and
But he'll
you know,
look at this of us saying,
younger.
"Hey, dummy, it looks like you're making a big dumb decision, dummy, and we want to have your back. Help us have your back." And he'll take that as we've all flipped on him and serve us
Yeah.
fucking.
Oh,
If we don't
Jesus,
get,
I
if I
can't
don't get a
wait for
subpoena in the
tomorrow.
morning, I will consider a cease and desist at minimum, Aiden. A cease and desist.
This
Honor
was
me.
not successful. This is it. We
Correct.
didn't get the desired effect. I also wonder too, like now, obviously, like hindsight's 2020. I listened to that interview, and at the end, we skipped it, but he starts talking about like my views being down, right? And I asked him like live, I'm like, are you looking at my stats? And he was like looking at my stats live, right? And when I told him, I was like, actually, my views are up. I wonder if like after that call, whenever he was talking to anybody else, it was like, we got to change that.
Yeah.
We got to change that. You know what I mean? Like I just got kind of
Absolutely.
like made like to look like an idiot there for a minute.
There's just never anything that I whatever happened the last 3 months wasn't organic.
No.
Listen, I know that now, but at the time in the beginning when it started, I say this to Moons and Misty all the time. I have never ever asked these women to let's go on the offensive. I want you to go and find this person. I want you, let's start doing this, this, and this. My brain my brain does not think that way. Prison Misty's might, but my brain does not think that way. And I talk her off a ledge all the time. She's starting her own channel. Prepare yourselves. But like it really is like I just exist in my space and I just want to be able to do my own thing. These people, and by these people, Baker, Aiden, Will, I guess Jimmy,
Lauren.
Lauren, these people are like coming up with this plan. So here's our purpose. Our purpose is like not necessarily this, right? But like building a community, encouraging and uplifting other women to get out here and try their channels, right? Everybody let's build your own platform, go talk your story, find your own people, and then maybe even go bigger, right? While we're doing, that's our hobby. That's what we do. Their hobby is like, let's figure out how to fuck with this person. Right. Let's figure out how to dismantle this person. That gives them like joy. Where that's not my life.
Where is honestly, Rat House? What are you guys doing? Because you guys are good people. I know deep down inside, and I know know what's been happening isn't right. Well, they have a chance to prove it. I think it starts with them. They cannot. Firstly, they haven't told a funny joke in over a month on their show. Your show's not funny anymore. Why isn't it funny, guys? Because you're only doing content you're told to do.
Remember in the beginning when I first found them?
When people show you who they are, you got to just accept it, and you can't just take people like.
I don't believe Danny Thomas is a bad guy.
He might not be, but he made his choice.
Well, so that's the other thing. Again, he didn't have to do it. Like everybody went to Rat House for their general basic commentary and regurgitating shows. And like, not only, it was less about even what they did, but it was like about like the vibe, right? Like
they picked a side.
Remember I said it was my comfort show? I would like just turn it on. It was always in the background, right? Because they were just taking what was happening that you missed and like talking about it. They never really picked sides unless it was like, the other real big side of shit. They never got involved in that shit. And then like, so why did they do it? Why did they come at me? And
they had an instruction. They can't be organic. That Rat House chose a side because it flipped at some point. Even when they did that bullshit trial on me, the verdict did not come back in Baker's favor. It was kind of like neutral.
Yeah.
It was after that like I want to know how they explain themselves, because I don't know if they watch themselves. They have not been funny in over a month. What are you guys doing? If Danny really picks the money, right? He picked money over my friendship, over my sanity, my dignity. It's bullshit. But I understand business. I understand why he did it. But now I really don't understand what they're doing.
What are their views like? Are their views?
They just hit 10,000. They're going up. This is what's happening. If Baker and his friends, like Expert in Valhalla,
wait, 10,000 subscribers or views?
subscribers.
Why are their views solid?
No,
like, are they getting the same
usually,
kind of views? on
I've been
shows?
matching them. I've been almost neck and neck with them in live viewers. They wind up getting more views because they do longer streams and stuff. So
But
it's
you
like,
know,
what
I-
are you guys doing? You're not funny. Like I mean, it used to be fun to get high, fall asleep to them, and laugh with them. It has not been fun or funny in over a month. And I sincerely would like them to take their own inventory there. Because I used to love hanging out with you guys. And now it's
I think it's time you just have to let it go. It's not. I mean, I'm not saying this
why
like
are you saying they're not my real friends? They're just fake internet friends.
It's a parasocial relationship that is not going to like it has no
I bless and
longevity.
release it. Here,
But
I
my
bless and
thing
release
here
it.
is like I will never go back. Like you can't come back. You know what I mean? Like that's for me.
I
the
just think
trust, the loyalty is gone.
if they get
cut your losses.
whatever they're doing is inorganic. It would be one thing if it was organic. Whatever inorganic thing they're doing, if they just laid off, I think the tide would be able to shift within the community. Not that I don't even really think there's a community, and I think you're right that probably we don't ever come back as a community as a whole anymore. But
I don't think they
sad
have
to
that
see.
much polo.
Oh, Jesus. Murderer. Ooh.
Clip it, guys. She killed a bug.
Kill 'em.
Netflix
that.
seals off.
For real.
But you know what I wanted to
Eat
point
that
out
shit,
is
bitches.
Right House, before they even got into all of this, what Rat House was doing was they were watching, live streams from the bars
bar.
in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
And that's what they were doing. And then, Jessica mentioned them. And I don't know, according to Aiden, maybe they got a whole bunch of views because Jessica kept mentioning them. So, when I first saw them, we were going over the Elbow Room constantly. We were watching, the live feeds from there. And I don't know when everything changed because I stopped watching them. But, now when's the last time they looked at the Elbow Room live feed?
It happened one night. It's like it. Firstly, fun fact: I have a lifetime ban from the Elbow Room for doing a drug deal in the back stairs and falling down
What
the
the
back
fuck,
stairs.
Jessica?
Lifetime ban from when I was like 21. But the second thing is, Danny
My
was
girl.
still popping into Jess's chat or popping into my chat.
He was.
And it was overnight. One night, it just changed.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We
I
should
have
add
to,
that
like,
to the
be okay
timeline.
with it. Like I have to be okay. You got to be okay with it.
I believe it was a Sunday
We bless
night.
and release them.
They
I
definitely
used to go to
spicy
the I used to
think
go to the
there's
Elbow
also-
Room in 1995.
Oh,
Oh
I
my
fully
god.
believe that.
Misty, twerking it.
What were you doing there?
Actually, by 1995. Well, no, I was still. Never mind. But yeah, that's maybe a
Vassal
little too
swinging
much.
from the titties and shit. Come
But
on,
dude,
girl.
I was rolling in the Elbow Room. And what was the other one? There was another club that I loved so much. Oh, the Edge. The Edge. Oh, do you guys remember the Edge?
I
Oh,
knew you were an
No,
edger. I knew
Misty.
you loved to edge.
You're so cute.
oh Lord have mercy.
Misty, you're good shit.
She is.
Those were the days.
I was also going to just add the recent comments that Baker made where he said, I don't know what stream it was on, where he said, like usually when this happens, somebody like they go after you. You're the low cow. LOL.
Oh, I hate
cow,
that
whatever.
fucking word.
You're the low cow for a month. You back
Oh.
off for a month. You say your apologies. Everything calms down, and then you come back. Like he basically like laid out like a kind of a blueprint of how this normally would go.
And he's confused why we're
Well,
off
and
the
it's
the
basically like
schedule.
we knew how this was going to go. This is what we wanted, right? We figured you'd apologize, you'd come back, you'd rebound. Like this is still going because again, I didn't fall in line with the way that they wanted it to go, and so that of course, like you're talking.
The other
about
problem is they've had Valhalla. So Valhalla has a chat. He's
Big
infamous
fucking vet.
for
Bitch.
having yeah. Shout out Delta Force, fake Delta Force, but I mean, thank you for your service, Valhalla.
So wait, Jess, I have a question. I'm not kidding you. So I thought that the Valhalla that is here was a different Valhalla, like a much bigger channel. There is another
No.
Valhalla. Am I correct?
No. That's always
No.
been him. The reason that he has so much influence is he's known for having a chat in wrench in every chat. Okay, that's how Baker got my chat logs. Remember when I couldn't quite put my finger. I thought it was Cyber Chick at one, but anyway, not the point. They've been running this scam like since at least I think 3 or 4 years. I think Baker's like the expert Valhalla Baker network, that group of friends is much bigger, has much bigger influence than any of us thought. Because remember, I told you Baker at one point in January or February said, if you ever tell anyone about us, you'll regret it because I'll send my audience after you. And at the time, I was like, the fuck does that mean? I don't have an audience. Like, what? But I think we all see what it means now. The trouble is, though, we've identified Valhalla. I thought he was a really good guy. I told Jess he was a really good guy. I vouched for him. He's not a good guy.
Gross.
He is not a good guy.
I thought so too.
And I have to say this.
We've identified him for what he is, and same with Baker, and same with Expert. They've been getting away with this bullshit, nice guy shit for a couple years, and they get away with it. And now we've identified it and called them out on it. And other people, we don't have to preach it. Other people are seeing it for themselves, which is the most important receipt of all. You know, guys don't need to ever see my text messages with Baker. It's a lot of weird sexual shit, okay? It's not going to help anything. But letting him lose his mind, other people are seeing it. He's down 8% in his viewership, by the way.
I just want to say,
he said that on the members only stream when he was
Valhalla,
teaching people.
I would have kind of stopped the conversation with him, but I don't tell people what to do. But I will tell you the comments that he made about like why he stays away from people and what he would have done if this were 10 years ago. Yep. I feel super uncomfortable with even discussing him on my channel.
Walter, my fake boyfriend, aka Tom, wants the name of your commanding officer, Valhalla. He'll be on for me tomorrow, and he'll be finding it out himself.
I just don't.
Is he single?
Shutting it down.
No, Valhalla is married.
Valhalla's married to another streamer. Listen, what I'm saying here is nobody knows this man. None of you know him. Right. Nobody knows him. Nobody knows anything about his life. And
what did it mean when he said the government pays me to stay away from people?
That's what I'm saying.
Fuck does
and
that
I do not know. I don't want to know.
And I don't want to find out.
I've never done anything to this man. I don't want to do anything to this man. Mm-hmm. He is wrong about me stealing. And that he can continue to do and say whatever he wants. I think he said, like, come and sue me. I'm not going to sue you, sir. I don't want to have anything to do with
For what
you.
I really think about this, come to my channel later on.
I was just going to say, like, not here.
And let me ask you this, just to clear this up, Jessica. It was Valhalla that reached out to you first. Is that correct?
Yes.
You never, ever reached out to him in any way or shape or fashion, correct?
No, correct.
Oh, okay. All right. I just wanted to know why he said that you were somehow coming after him. I don't understand that. But anyway, moving on.
I don't remember when it ever came up, but I remember multiple times before this ever happened. I always said like, "Hey, Valhalla was a good guy." I think it was around the Baker shit before the.
Oh, we all thought he was.
I know I for a fact said it only because Jessica Walsh told me offline in phone calls, like, listen, here's what you need to know. I was like, who are these people that Baker is? Who are these? And she was like, Valhalla's like a good one. He's a great guy.
Yes, we all thought that.
Even after he started coming at me, I still maintained that level of like respect for him. Again, veteran status. And I know we all talked about this before, but just because you're a veteran doesn't mean that gives you like a free pass, like on everything.
You can't abuse your veteran status either.
He got that from me. He still gets that from me. I still wasn't saying a bad word about him. I still haven't said a bad word about him. The comments that he has made about me and my son and my husband led me to say, I don't want to fuck with you. I'm scared of you. And I don't want to discuss you.
Right. That's not for this channel. Come to my channel at a later date and I'll tell you what I really fucking think of that guy.
I know. Samesies.
Jeffrey Dahmer was a veteran. Gary Ridgway was a veteran. There's many serial killers that were veterans. So
that's for my chance. Valhalla, thank you for your service, my friend. We know you didn't technically kill the fish.
Bitch.
Jesus Christ.
Justice for Gingy.
Justice for Gingy.
Fucking kill Gingy, man. I can't even believe I fucking listened to this.
They were joking about it. They were joking about it on Baker's stream today. I can't even. I'll tell you.
They mocked Gingy's death.
What?
They
That's
did
easy.
actually.
No.
You gotta
I'll get it.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Well,
It's
Voodoo
you know what,
doll.
the whole thing is disgusting. The whole thing,
I have
and you know
nothing
what,
appropriate to say.
I have everybody, you know, all of a sudden worried about my mental health. Y'all motherfuckers need to go check on Valhalla. Okay, you need to go up into that fire watching tower that he must be in because it's clear he's up in some, you know, tower somewhere. Go up there and check out his fucking mental health because that man.
Wait.
Do you know who he's married to? A hot blonde chick who stabs people.
Jay, say
Later on your channel, J7. Later on your channel.
Not single. He's not single, ladies.
Later on your channel. Later on your channel.
All right, sorry. We went. Hey Val, thank you for your service.
I was just gonna say though, fire watching, like if they live in a house like that, that's a wild lifestyle. They don't live there all years, just during fire season, right?
He lives on a goat farm year round with a
You can
sniper
tell he's
tower.
like one of those people, a drifter. He looks like a drifter.
Sniper tower.
Stop it.
I mean,
it's what it is.
Well, that's not fact. That's just when
Lives
he
on
said,
a goat farm year round.
He's a drifter.
When he said that the government pays to keep.
We thank him for his service. We thank him for his service. Don't hurt the Machados. You killed Ginger Machado. One is enough. Come get me. Jessica Walsh. Come get me. Leave Jessica Machado alone.
Jesus Christ.
For real.
Ba.
You're so bad. You're so bad. You're so bad. I love it.
Ladies, it's 11:20
on a school night.
Thank
on
you.
a school night. First of all, let's talk about everybody's channels. Moons, what's going on with your channel? When is it on? When are you on next?
And why do you look so hot?
And what are you gonna? And also,
She's so cute.
Listen, we started the show, right? And I was like, I'm a little formal tonight. And then these two bitches show up on the screen. And I'm like, they're sexy. And I'm feeling like trash.
Girl, I'm
Then
in a
Prissy
t-shirt. Don't feel
Misty-
bad.
Well, you made me feel better. But then Peachy came on and she's all glam. So
I
it's
know.
me, you, and Prison Misty looking like trash.
And no,
And look at this girl.
Dirty River has a new haircut.
Trashy
She looks
trash.
gorgeous.
Hey,
The girls
man.
look pretty. Moons looks. I think Moons is getting prettier and is talking more and doing more, and I feel like she's getting more confident.
They say I've
Yeah,
influenced her.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a
We love us
spicy
some
moons
Moonsy.
in there. There's a spicy moon.
My leash came off and I'm just on a rampage.
Yeah.
Take it, sister. Take it.
And
Take it.
J7 is the worst influence.
I love it. Love it.
What are you talking about on your show? When is it? Tomorrow?
So tomorrow, Spicy Missy will be on my show. The
Oh, for
Moon
fuck's sake!
Show.
4 hours of a fucking. We're going to get statistics and spreadsheets.
I love it.
Which actually I love, but like she needs her own channel.
I told her she needs to wrap it up. Like, we can't be doing this like all month series.
We
Wait,
could have.
no,
It could have been
channel.
20 episodes. It could have been 20. Everybody needs to know the exact details from seriously because nobody knows. Everybody has like clips from here and clips from there and that channel and this channel and so on and so forth. And nothing is everywhere in one place. And we need to put everything in one place from the very first time Jessica uttered the word baker. And I'm going to give you all of that. And then I'll ask you again, does the punishment fit the crime?
It doesn't.
Yes. So what we've
Straight
pretty much
Jessica.
drafted is that we've proven that this was definitely a coordinated plan, coordinated takedown, and Spicy Misty is going to show us all the receipts.
So that's tomorrow. What time?
I think 8.
Okay.
Usual time, evening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
J7.
Oh, caca.
Just want to thank all the bunnies for supporting me in my pregnancy. They are twins. One is Jake, one is Canes. Shower to be announced. I have to plug. I will be on Ray from Dallas, whatever. Ray's show tomorrow, 8 to 10.
They just walk.
I needed to shout out Platinum sponsor of my show over on J7 and Sad Dad. Danny from Bellrica, Platinum level tier sponsor, great wedding guest. And last shout out would be to my co-host Kane. Miss you, buddy. he would like everyone to know at the beginning of this, he said, "My guy TB holding it on the replay." Thought I was going to interject that. And then he'd also like to be unblocked. And those are my plugs. Thank you for having me.
I will note to
Also, shout out
unblock
Jeff
him.
C. and Montante.
Yes. What man in their right mind would not speak up for their women? I'm sorry. Like, oh my God, that makes me nauseous when, oh, come on.
Dirty Water, when is your next show? You kind of
So-
go a little early than everybody. You're during like
Yeah,
earlier
I
time.
know. I just like, I don't know.
No,
I've
it's
just
not.
been
It's
hitting the
good though
live
because there's
button, like,
layers.
yeah, I've just been hitting the live button when I'm driving to work or something because my daughter's home for the summer, from
Right.
school. So we're busy.
Right.
So I'll have a set schedule eventually, but I just, my description's in the go sub, people, go sub.
Yes.
You won't miss out. You'll have fun.
Yes, you do. You really need to go watch Dirty White Diva. Oh, I'm sad every time I miss her. Today I caught her a little bit
Yes.
at the end,
Yeah.
and I was so excited. And Peachy King, she is amazing.
Mhm.
Y'all need to go. You guys go
Level-headed.
and sub up to these channels. Peachy knows everybody. Like when we're in chats and somebody brings up a name, I'm like, who? Where? Wait. Can you I need back. What? And I'm like completely confused. Everybody else, like Peachy knows everybody.
She knows
Well,
You guys,
everything.
she's like prettier and funnier than me. Go sub up.
Very
to her.
pretty.
And she yells less. Guys, she yells less.
Less rage.
People, I guess, don't like yelling. What?
I
Peachy,
love
when do you go live? How often?
So this has been sporadic because it's summer. My son is on and off with me.
Yep.
But so this coming week, I'm barely going to be on.
Okay.
But then he starts school, and then I'm going to have a consistent daytime, like Monday through Friday.
Yep.
Whenever I'm done getting ready. So,
Okay.
and then that's going to be great, actually.
Yeah.
So, be with the
She's
girlies,
further right
probably
than me.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
But I'm toning
Mm.
it down. I'm really not
Very
saying
much.
the things that
She's out of her mind. She's out of her gourd. Don't let her let her.
Really?
And I'm not even posting
yes.
with it. I'm like, oh, people started following me on Twitter. I'm like, I'm not going to post that today. 'Cause that's gonna-
Jess, she made memes of Jolene.
yes,
Was that even a meme, or did Jolene really go to a No Kings
She
rally?
went to a No Kings rally.
She
It was
found
like,
Jolene at a No
up.
Kings rally.
I posted it on the so if you watch the beginning of the show from today, I did because I'm
amazing.
I'm doing a thing. So when I come back, not this week, so next week, I'm taking the petties from Will, but I try to do it differently than him.
She's
I'm not just
classier.
being like a total asshole to people. I'm kind of just being like, I'm analyzing them a little bit more. Maybe I am being an asshole. We don't know. We'll figure it out as we go. But
She's a ruthless cunt. She's just fun.
but we did this is the intro song. Yeah, skip through it. It's like,
It's probably like 10 minutes in.
yeah, because I had trouble with my mic in the beginning.
By the way, Jess, have you seen Jolene's belly button?
Oh my
What?
God.
What?
Oh my
oh,
God.
it's so deep.
It's like a fucking manhole.
Keep going. No, I'll tell you when. Keep going. It's when the other screen. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
so
it's right
all the
here.
screen
It'll be the
recording.
next one.
But it's the next one after that.
Yeah,
That
there it is.
right there. If you get offended by the
In
word
her,
retarded,
it
I
says
apologize. I
Trump
don't
is
mean it in that way.
racist.
And
And
I mean,
What is on her
liberal.
feet?
stupid,
So anyway, Jolene's the one on the left.
like
Who's
joking
fat.
around sense.
What has she got on her
Um,
feet? I'm a big shoe person. What are those
And
things
her
on her
song says
feet?
Trump is a
They're
racist,
diabetic footwear because
It
she has
looks like
cankles.
it.
which I guarantee
Trump's
she's
a racist. No
towards
kings,
white
all
people.
queens, baby.
I guarantee that. I guarantee she doesn't know the crime rate statistic towards black on white
This
crime.
is when I started.
I guarantee
Just
she
started.
thinks
This is
all
pausing me right
people
now.
that are
This is when I
minorities
went
are
off.
always the
It was
victims.
so good.
First of all,
She speaks our language.
First of all, I
She
had no
found this
idea
herself.
about your politics. That's the first thing. Second of all, I didn't know about Jolene's politics.
Oh,
well,
it's
that's
bad.
why, and that's why
You
I
think
go
Cyber
into
Chick's
it.
bad?
Yeah, I was like, well, that's why I said I was like, well, this is probably one of the reasons why she went after just
But
so comfortably.
this lends to my theory that
Yeah.
the people who have channels who hate me are liberal.
Yep.
And I don't like
1,000%.
I never knew that Cheryl was a liberal. Like I didn't know that she hated Trump.
Girl,
I
those
had no
glasses
idea.
say it all.
I know, but I
Oh.
didn't know. And I didn't know Baker was a liberal, like in his country. I
Well,
didn't
no,
know.
Baker is hard right in his country, but
I-
that's still communist here.
But I didn't know Jolene was, I didn't know her politics.
Oh, she's worse than Cheryl by a mile.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and then
This
and
all
then
makes
I have to say
sense.
things. I have to say
Well,
things
Sarah-
that I know will trigger her if she watches it because I
Yeah.
just so and then I go
Sarah
off on
does so good
statistics
at
and
it.
stuff. So yeah. So I'm not always I really don't talk about politics at all.
I can't believe this.
Kind of
Oh.
like saying Jolene is like Trisha, just in another form.
Correct.
Who's Trisha?
Eh.
Laura, some character. In like
she's
Laura's-
actually just another con on YouTube, and she's the kind of person who says, "Oh gosh, you guys, my computer is just not working tonight, so I don't think that we're going to be able to go live tomorrow, or maybe tomorrow night. I don't know. I can't afford that, and my electric might even go out, so I don't know if I can do
I
that."
gotta write this down, Trisha.
They call that debt begging. That's what they say
Oh.
Jess Machado does for her coffee.
Yeah.
They call
Oh
that
my
it's
debt
Web
God.
begging.
Sleuth.
Yeah, pimping out your kids.
Trisha at Web Sleuth, and she's a dry beggar, and so she begs for money, right? And Jolene spent, quite a few episodes going after Trisha, and I just wanted to make it very, very clear to Jolene that she is absolutely Trisha, just in another form. And guess what? Tomorrow, I'm going to show all of you exactly how that looks.
Oh.
Love it.
Nice.
By the way, I
Yeah,
forgot
wait,
to shout out one
yeah,
other
yeah.
thing. The JMN, Jess Machado Network, whatever we will end up calling it. Very exciting stuff. I've only had
Yes.
that vision for 6 months.
It was, yes, she has. And
Like,
there's been some
but Jess
pressure to
doesn't
do
realize
that.
she's been speaking it into existence this whole time. It's always what you've been describing,
Yes, it has.
but you don't hear yourself.
Tommy says the same thing. He was like, you can do so much with people. Like, just,
Yeah.
you're going to, yeah.
Yeah, we have to work it out. Like we're gonna have like anybody who wants to be a part of it, we're gonna have like a like a stakeholders meeting, so to speak, and like have everybody come in and like talk
Called
about
hazing.
it. And then
Don't forget to call Arkansas Bestie Moon.
It'll be called an initiation ceremony, and there will be brands.
Use Arkansas
There'll be
Bestie
branding.
anymore. We use Katie
Funny.
Rusin, and that's it. That's her name. She doesn't
Katie
get
Craven's
to-
Rusin.
Katie
You're not allowed to
Craven's
say
Rusin.
people's names. Apparently.
And of course, we have to shout out Mr. Minahan, who obviously we're stealing the idea from.
Oh my God! Don't.
That's what they're already saying. They're already saying that about us.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. They were saying that in
honestly-
Spaces the other day.
Oh, I will say my mic usually sounds better because this one usually works. So I don't sound this shitty all the time.
Her hair always looks that good. It's very annoying.
Right?
It doesn't matter
But if
how you
you-
sound with that face. Moons,
If you
what were
want to participate,
What? Moons?
if you
She's
want to
mine.
participate,
Go.
if
she
you
goes.
want to participate, please keep emailing me or messaging me. I'm getting messages, but I haven't replied to everybody, so just
Yes.
give me a couple days.
Yes. We'll figure it out. It's not a huge priority, but it's my goal for like January 1. You know what I mean? Like that would be like the time. The other thing that we have to work on, which is more pressing, is the meet and greet in October. Moons, what's the dates of that?
October 9th,
Yep.
10th, and 11th.
Yep.
That is Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
That's
And then
perfect because I get my IUD out on October.
I'm
not joking. October 20th. To my calendar.
Moons, what do we have already locked in? Like, what's the parameters of those days?
What do you mean?
Isn't something with Funeral Lady on one of the days?
Oh, yes. Saturday is Funeral Lady's mediumship event. So October 10th.
October 10th. That's at night, correct?
Yep.
That's
We said
Funeral
we
Lady.
do Walshy, winging for Walshy on Friday.
I
Winging
want to
for
go so
Walshy?
bad.
What do you mean winging? What are we doing?
What did we name it?
Wingmanning.
Wing?
Oh,
Find me a
just-
baby daddy.
Oh,
And then I get my
cool.
ID out on the 20th.
Wait, so we're doing like a bar crawl?
Whatever. We
You
didn't
never
design
meet
it
a
yet.
man in a bar, although I did, and so did you. Did
Something
too, right,
about-
Zach?
Let's
Did
just
you
go
meet
out
a
and
man
get
in a bar?
drunk. What's the problem? What could go wrong?
What could go wrong?
Dig a hole somewhere.
It's gonna
Put
be
some
like a little
leaves
bunny
over it.
convention
Wait
weekend.
till the guy falls in a hole, and then there you go. That's
Mm.
We
I have
were
insurance.
thinking on the 11th to be like the bunny meet and greet. We were trying to figure out like some sort of brunch something. However, Monday is a holiday. Right? It's Monday is
Yes.
Columbus Day.
Columbus
So
Day.
it could even be a Sunday night thing. Like we actually have a free Sunday night situation because Monday's Columbus Day.
So we need hotel rooms for Fridays, Friday into Saturday, Saturday to Sunday. So 3 nights in a hotel. It's a full bunny convention. Have you guys ever been to an insurance convention before? I will show you what we do. It is not sober.
Oh, me and Boozy, we'll be all right. We'll be all right. We hold it down while it's over.
I don't know. Y'all are a bad influence. I may relapse that weekend.
I'll be the sober driver.
I'll keep you straight. Don't worry. It's in Massachusetts, obviously, but I don't know if we want to come completely down to where I am. Like, I mean, Fall River does sound like it's a space where we all kind of need to go. But we might be able to go like somewhere a little bit more like central, like the Bridgewater area for some of these things. I know Amy's is going to be in Taunton, right? Like, so that's down this way, kind of.
Where's
I'd ideally
Taunton?
like, it's near us. It's near me.
Not even a real place.
It is a real place. So October 9th, 10th, and 11th, it's a bunny convention.
Yep.
Technically. Yeah.
Can we get laminated passes? I'll do them.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I love it. I love it.
Somebody is suggesting New Hampshire. I don't think we could do it because of what Amy's got
It'll be
planned on
fucking
the 10th.
snowing in New Hampshire in October. You get out of here.
New Hampshire. It's New Hampshire. It's gotta be. You gotta come to me. Like you gotta come this way. It's just kind of gotta be the way that it is.
Meet and greet.
Yeah. And the last meet and greet I thought was great. Like I thought it was really great. I mean, Kane being like, Kane.
Kane was like a gentleman. Guys, you should have seen the meet and greet
Don't worry,
with Mr.
Kane, you'll be
Minahan.
back.
Kane acted the exact opposite at the bunny meet and greet.
Yes, agree. And he had his daughter with him and his mom, and he was just. My mom loves Kane. My mom.
See, Kane's a sweetheart.
He is.
I have some personal issues with Kane. I need to work out. That's it. I need to figure out how to get my head right with Kane. Sorry.
I feel like he's kind of like a Pat Ford type thing. I feel like he does like what he knows will get attention and what will drive somebody the most crazy
It's just the baby.
just to get attention. And like
Why
I
would
said,
you think that?
yeah. And he did the worst thing in the world he could have possibly done that absolutely got Jessica's attention. So.
Somebody has sent me the Netflix title is called The Trials of Karen Reed coming in 2026.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
I am a little nervous about this because it's been so long since I did like the interviews and the recording.
You'll be fine, girl.
If they don't like him, fuck it. If they don't like
Right.
it, fuck. All pub is good pub, Aiden, right? That's what the KMS
most people
boys have
that
taught
we
us.
know don't like Aiden. I mean, let's be real here. Like Karen Reed people, yeah, we all met through that, a lot of us, but people outside don't.
I didn't say anything about him badly. We were on great terms back then, but they did ask a lot about like they asked about the fucking article. So here he is in this exit interview. Like, why are you bringing it up? I don't know. I'm getting interviewed by people doing Netflix things, and that's what they want to talk about. If you don't think it's a big deal, talk to Sandpiper Films.
There's only an X handle out there. What is it? Somerset? Is it Somerset Snatch Donkey?
Yeah.
Come on.
Who do you
Think
think
about
that
it this
is?
way too. If the people watch that and it's all framed good about Aiden, whatever, and then they go and look up, when did Karen Reed and Aiden meet after the thing, or where's their interview? And it's like they start reading about all of that, and they aren't already TV fans. What do you think they're going to think? They're not going to be like just automatically into his side. They're going to be like, oh, he's a fucking asshole, because you have to grow to like him. You don't just like him.
Well, I think it goes in waves. You grow to like him, and then once you're there, you're like, what am I doing here?
You're like, yes, Aiden, master, what do you want?
I mean, like as much as I don't want to give Jen Altman credit, and man, I couldn't do a stream without talking about her. Like, there is some parts of what she says that resonate with me. Like, sorry, Jessica, but like, Jen Seven's like, I'm just saying, like, there is some things now make sense. And if I have to take the L with her, where she's like, I'm always right, Jessica, you're not. You're crazy obsessed with me. But you know, like, there are some things that she says that I understand more now. I would never go full Jim Altman, but you get the point. Also, somebody also wanted me to say Rat House has less subscribers than you. They have 9,500.
They got to 10,000 the other night.
And I have 957, so whatever. But their views have been under 6K for at least a month, so they're not getting.
Yeah, I'm not.
Somebody would like.
Guys, I'm not.
Well, they started out as one thing and then they changed, kind of like Jolene. She started out,
Oh, that is right. 9.5.
Yeah, like, and if you watch the evolution of some of these channels, like, which I'm going to point out tomorrow, you'll see, and rightly so, right? Like, you go where the money is. So you do what, and Jolene, she starts out with a podcast and realizes that Big Brother is where to go. But then Big Brother is only in the summer. And then she realizes that there's international Big Brothers. And so she kind of tries to dip her toe into there, and it escalates from there. And
I just have a problem with Danny when I was really down bad. I had Jess I'm very grateful to both of them equally. I'm Jess more than Danny, but I am always grateful to Danny that he had me up there. He when I was too afraid to get on camera and stuff, it was Expert and Danny who originally like gave me the confidence to do it, and then Jess like kind of took that to the exponentially. But it's just so hard. It really hurts my heart. Mostly it's like, okay, I understand you picked the money over like fake friendships or whatever, but buddies, you're not funny anymore. Could you at least be funny? Please tell a joke. Yada yada. Laugh. A joke. You're not funny anymore.
Well, I think too, like with what Misty was saying about Jolene, I did watch a couple of minutes of Jolene's, and
it's painful.
It's not funny, right? However,
Sarah's the only one.
I actually have a crazy theory about the Jolene thing. So I'm not going to talk about people's like sexuality or anything like that, but masculine men talk potty humor. They talk farts. They talk like there is a very masculine undertone to the comedy. And that is why I believe most women, it's not resonating with them, because it's like male potty humor, right? Like farting on, it's so
juvenile.
It's juvenile, and it appeals to like, again, like I think a male audience that like, and women are there, but like, fuck you women who are telling me it's funny. It's not funny. I can be objective. You know what I mean? Like I can be objective and say like, there's some funny shit. I'm going to be objective right now. She made a great point where she said, if she was talking to me or at me or whatever. And she's like, listen, like this is content. Like what I'm doing is content. Me talking about you is content. Like get over it. You know what I mean? Like it's my content. And like you have your content, go do like, and I don't know, the way that she said, I had already flipped a switch in my head about Jolene where it didn't sting the way that it did before, because first of all, like it was so repetitive, right? And but I had already switched. But when I heard her say that, it even further solidified that like, this is what Jolene does as a product for a living.
Personal. Yeah. It feels personal, but it's not
personal. It feels personal to just a baby like me who can't believe in her brain that a person who has never met me wants to talk about my show that way across the country, right? Somebody who has a platform that's pretty substantial, that's been going on for a while, that seems to be I
just wanted to let everybody know that I have to go drive my daughter's friend home.
Good luck with that.
I love it.
I gotta go to sleep. I love you guys.
We love you.
Good night. I will see you in the morning.
Love you, Diva. Love you, Diva.
Thank you. Thank you.
Love you.
So funny.
The real way you know Jolene isn't funny, we watched some of her stand-up. Oh man,
That too.
tough watch.
I'm just saying, like, I just look at it very different. It's very transactional for her. This is a business. And who can blame her at this point? It's very obvious when she does a live stream and my picture is in the thing and she does my stuff. She gets more views
If
than when she
anything,
does the Big Brother thing. Are we going to blame her for doing that? And she's an opportunist.
she'd be dumb not to.
She'd be stupid not to.
Everyone
She
wants
must
a
have
taste of
made.
that bunny money.
I know what I made in the month of hell, right? Like, I can't imagine. She must have cleaned the fuck up.
Yeah.
She must
Oh,
have
the
cleaned
numbers.
up.
And good
The
for her.
numbers.
So
Listen, there's
enjoy
plenty
it.
to go around. Good for her.
100%.
That it's
I
all
don't
it
even
is
look
proof
at
of
it
a
that way
concept
anymore.
that the bunny money works.
Yeah, I just
You
let
know,
her do
my
it. Not like I
biggest
could have ever
problem.
stopped her. I'm just saying, like, I'm not going to.
I'm not
I
going to
don't
cry
look
myself
at
to
it in
sleep
the same
about
way.
like I did the night that they put my chorus head in the box for 4 hours and like ripped me to shreds. I that did get to me, Jolene. Congratulations.
I think
It's never
she
gonna
could-
happen. Never
I-
gonna get to me again, is it?
I disagree in the sense. I think that she could. No, I think she enjoys being mean and hurting people. There's something that she
Yes.
likes about it, and I actually do think that she could do it and still make money and actually make more money without being a nasty bitch.
Really?
So-
That would require her to be funny.
No,
Yeah,
no.
and she doesn't
naturally
have
funny.
that, and so I think she
Right.
she draws the people who don't like the people. So she's like, yeah, so she draws in the enemies or whatever. So whatever, let them be there miserable and hate each other.
Yeah, I don't look
Go
at
to
it
a
the
No
same
Kings
way.
rally, you dummies.
I can't
Like I
believe
said-
that. I
Yeah,
can't believe
that makes me be like,
Ew.
Well, like I said, I watched Jolene for probably, through Trisha and through, the Lauren stuff. And she was never as cruel as she has been to you.
Well, she
Right.
didn't
That-
have Val.
That was, for me, what switched the flip, which changed it for me with Jolene, because with her, I could have watched as she, made fun or whatever. That's not what she's doing now. What she's doing now is cruel and hateful and dare I say evil. She comes from a place of darkness, how she is now. And people see that.
But
I
listen,
learned
we're not going to
everything
save her.
I
Let
need
her.
to know about her through those blogs. Those blogs like looked right into her soul and who she is as a person. That also solidified like I don't need to fight that woman. I did one skit on her like and it was like funny. It wasn't like mean. Like you think I couldn't drag her? You think I couldn't dissect her shit? Like I do have it in me. I wouldn't be able to. I don't want to be like her. You know what I mean? Like I would never.
Right.
I'm not going to be like her. She
Right.
like there's so much about her that it's
yeah.
listen, you know what happened, Jolene? I built a like protective layer around myself to what you do. It doesn't impact me anymore. It did. I figured it out. I fixed my brain around it. And it doesn't impact me at all anymore.
You got us good the one time, but it doesn't. It's not gonna happen. We're tougher
Keep talking
now,
about
stronger
me
now.
because that also keeps my views going. That
Right.
also makes me money. So go right ahead. I think it's disgusting. And Peachy's right. Like I agree. Like she could try something else and she could do something different. But like
It must
she
wear
hates
on her
herself
soul.
as a person. How are we going to expect her to not hate me? She hates
Yeah.
herself, obviously.
And it must.
She hates how she looks. She hates her body. She hates her relationships with men. She hates women. She hates everybody. So
And I cannot imagine what, like, not only being.
She
Jolene,
loves
but then
illegal aliens.
Be,
Listen,
yeah,
she loves
being
them.
being in an audience member of Jolene. It has to be wearing on your. I feel bad for all of them. It can't feel good for your soul to do that all the time.
Yes.
Good luck
Yeah.
to them.
Yes.
Keep on going until you stop. I don't know what to tell them.
I
God
want
bless.
to two things. I want to address a comment that I saw that said, Jess, can we talk about can content creators talk about the Pothier story? You can 100% talk about it. I don't own the rights to the story. But I think anything talking about it is always great. It really kind of died down. We had some traction for a while, but it's a taboo story. So, but of course you can do whatever you want. I have some articles obviously written about them, but if you type in his name on my Twitter account, there's a ton of things that pop up about it. I do want to read super things because I've been told in my chat to do so. So can we do that? You guys don't
let me
mind
go
that I
to
do
sleep.
that?
Super Jess. Let's
Go
go.
for
right,
it.
I want to
Peachy.
eat. I'm so hungry. I want to go to bed.
Thank
All right.
you
Bye, guys.
for
Thank
joining
you.
us.
It was lovely to talk to you a little bit, not face to face, but face to face.
Yeah, same. Thank you. I appreciate you joining
And
us.
nice to meet you, Spicy, and
Ah,
bye,
nice to
you
meet
other
you
two
too,
ladies.
Peachy.
Bye, girly.
Bye, honey.
She's so charming.
She's a
She
charming
is.
girl.
She's charm. Okay, let's go through these. We have some new members.
Welcome
Mandy,
to the family.
Champ, April, Janini B. I don't know.
Jeannie B.
Jeannie B. Steffi is. I feel like I know that name from somewhere. Oh, look at this bitch. Wasn't even a YouTube member and is on the fucking panel.
Wow.
Magda is a new YouTube member. She's always fighting for me out in the Twitter
Oh,
streets.
Yes,
She's
she is.
ruthless.
Julie is a member. Sherry is a new member. And then we've got Jules, which translate into things I've learned.
Right. Fingering a heart. Sexual.
Maggie Miller, why are you making fun of J7's brain tumor?
That was back when we were talking about when I was attracted to Baker. And Jake. I think actually, and Jake.
One day
Pencil
you're going to have
picker.
to fucking explain yourself.
There isn't one.
Own that fleshlight from Melissa. Tara sends 20 and says, yeah, don't know that was, what is all of this?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's intentional is replaced or international go shine your lawn sign. Reply. I don't
Tara.
know what that means.
Thank
Shout
you.
out Tara.
Shout out. Enchiladas, Texas is here. I miss her.
Reba.
Mrs. Rossi sent $20 and said, this needs to be your outro. What did we do that needs to do it? What was it? Maggie Miller says, please don't say let it all loose about me.
Did we ever find out what was getting bedazzled by Arkansas Bestie?
She
A
bedazzles
goiter?
for him, I don't know, but she bedazzles everything. It's like her hobby. She bedazzles all of
But
the
he
things.
drew a picture of his dick and balls.
Oh, Jesus, God in heaven. Do you really need the answer to that question?
I'll have to show you my football room.
This is how it's gonna look when I walk in the wrong
Why
way
would
around.
you have it the wrong way around? Out of curiosity.
Because that will make it even more funny.
No, I will get you one that'll be fabulous. I'm going to bedazzle it. I'm going to make it
As
hot
long-
pink.
But I have
Nobody
my
wants to see
reverse.
your balls. Nobody wants to see that.
Everyone wants it. Do you know
Nobody
how
wants
famous they are on the internet?
I have no idea, and nor do I want to know. But
Well,
if
I love
It's
that
a song?
I
So
love
it's supposed to be
that
a song.
I love that she had to endure that.
It's a song.
I love that
How
she had to
embarrassing.
endure that. Oh god. It's
Loved it
just
for her.
Embarrassing.
I could
Tremendous
see her
stuff.
skin crawling.
Well, then during the members only, he went off on how terrible of a show they had.
Oh, really? Stop.
Yeah, didn't get good to the last half hour. She really needs
Mrs.
to do a lot
Rossi,
of work.
thank you.
He said.
Oh god, yeah, because this is such a thrilling fucking presentation. I can't
bless.
believe he used a dry erase board to draw his dick and balls in
A backwards
flashlight
song.
on two
Jesus,
separate
God in
occasions.
heaven.
I
He said they're
cannot believe
famous.
it.
Sir.
I have a dry erase board right over here. I have never drawn anything sexual on it ever. We can start right now if you want. I'll grab it. Thank you. We're going through all of these. Tara, listen, fridge mixer.
You have no power here.
I see Tara.
Oh, that's
Love it.
hysterical. Two Jules, thank you. Silver Star. Jess, when did you do that?
multitasking.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Mrs. Alabama has showed up out of nowhere. I don't know who that is, but there's a
I
lot
don't
going
either, but
on
I
with
like
her.
her.
Yeah, same. Not that Haley, who I adore, says, this is infuriating, but you stood your ground and made us all proud. You came out on top. Perfect timing with this replay. Boat. Love Boat.
Oh my
Best
God, Boat
panel
called.
ever. This is a great first panel. Look at Lauren Shea sending a trophy cake. Hi, Lauren.
Wow. Tremendous.
Lauren.
Tay sent two silver jewels, a silver star. Christine did too. Congratulations, Queen Bunny. So proud of you. I know that I told the team we weren't going to say anything, and Spicy Misty goes, yes, I think the longer you put off saying that, the better. And literally 5 hours later, I was like, oh, guys, by the way, I can't not say anything to I cannot keep things from
Moons
the
gave me a
bunnies.
whole lecture not to pressure you, and I did it. But I knew we weren't going 3 weeks, okay?
What a waste. No, we were not going through. Well, I don't know. A fucking lawsuit dropped today and I'm named in it. Like, so I thought like maybe it's not a good day, but that was this morning and this is tonight.
Yeah.
I'm just
called the Trump card. Trust the plan.
I just trust it. Exactly. Thank you again for all these. Send it to Daryl, sent $10 and said, is this the case Amanda was criticizing Jess about? Who? Oh, Amanda, Law Girls. Yes. Said that I dropped the ball on it and I stopped. Yeah, sure I did. Sure. Sure.
Netflix executive producer.
Just
cool.
saying.
I'm so happy for you.
So now around the house,
a goat.
Sent a goat trophy.
So every time I talk to Jeff now, I'll walk into the sunroom and I'll go, hi, Jeff. And I will say his name. And I told him I would prefer to be called Netflix producer going forward. So every time I see him in the house, I'll go, hi, Jeffrey. And he'll go, hi, Netflix producer. I'm forced him to do it around the house.
I love this.
I've been so sick, so we couldn't officially celebrate. But like, had I not been sick this week, like we've gone out and like celebrated with the kids and stuff. They are not impressed. My children simply just are not
with the kids.
Not impressed. I would have had all my children go out. We'll go to Chili's up the street and like I'll like
Jeff, give her the good loving for Christ's sake. Put out for your wife.
Listen, I just came back from vacation. My vagina is off limits now. Thank you. I was had enough. Thank you. I did my part. Way to go, Jess. Onwards and upwards. Are you talking about having sex with Jeff? Because I'm done. Tara is back and says, it's really sad thing. I can now never take any story that Turtleboy ever writes again seriously because I know how little effort he put into looking into what happened to you. I will counter that and say that he regrets not doing that. And he has tried to change, I guess. I don't know. That remains to be seen. What did your kids say about again, Janice? They were Jack. My children explained this to me, and then also it's the same thing. And I won't keep you because it's 12 o'clock. But like in regards to the lawsuit where I was mentioned, which isn't a bad thing. I did nothing wrong, and all press is press, right? I said like there's no reactions from them, right? I got a call from someone wanting a statement about it. I'm like, oh, I got to call an attorney, and I'm telling the kids like if someone calls your phone. If someone messages you and is like, hey, do you know Jess Michelle? Like, just so you know, like there may be some visibility on this. And nobody cared. Nobody reacted. And Jack was like, Mom, he's like, every single day there is another thing that you tell us that is like a big deal. And then like the next day there's a bigger deal. And then there is, so we don't react anymore because it's just like how life is. The Netflix thing, Julia got very excited. Georgia got excited. Jack was just like, and
it's like, Jeff, you got to drop the car off tomorrow.
Jeff didn't believe me. Jeff did not believe me. He's like, bullshit. And I was like, why would I fucking lie to you?
That means he's the most excited.
Yeah.
Could be. So kids are fine. I haven't forced them to celebrate with me yet, but I will. I just want to keep going through these. The chat, I didn't even get to really look at the chat. I'll have to go back. Let's not talk about it. Don't bring it up. Don't drop it in chats. Don't say anything because the haters are going to hate it.
I don't agree to that.
It's probably already on Twitter.
I'm having a parade for you tomorrow.
It's a long way off. Like there's plenty of work that needs to be done.
I'm walking into Ray for Dallas's house and bragging about you. I don't care.
Thank you, Jess. I'm grateful for what you have built for us. I relate in so many ways. Becky does. She always texts me too. Attorney O'Leary is here. Great show. Intelligent, funny.
Attorney Kelly O'Kelly.
Kelly.
Thank you. Okay, wrote before the balls comment, but I still mean it.
Okay.
We love Kelly. She was in our class and told us all about
Remember
her.
when she ever showed up to court?
Meow meow.
Meow meow.
J7, keep your IUD in. We want a bunny baby. This community.
You're gonna get one.
This community would be healed with a J7 baby. I don't think people realize that. Like it would be healed. Think
Guys,
of all
I'm
the
gonna start. I'm
content.
gonna stop smoking in 2 weeks, and then the IUD comes out in October. The whole
Oh
plan.
my God. Congrats. Congratulations on your news, Jess. Congrats on the twins, J7. Caw, caw. Which is somebody sent happy poop. Jess, this was a great panel tonight. I agree. Thank you very much. And I appreciate them all doing it. Thank you. We're almost at the end. And never Zen, Jen, Bunny's gonna shine. Ladies, I've kept you until midnight, which is terrible. I apologize.
It's like a slumber party.
It's only 11 my time.
Oh.
Moons looks so. Do you think like she's getting increasingly more sexual?
The transformation of Moons needs to be like in our next class. Yeah. Like, this is not what this bitch looked like at the beginning of all of this shit. And it is not how she sounded. And it's none of those things.
And we loved you then. We love you now. But
she's a butterfly. She's come out of
the cocoon.
Out of the cocoon.
Well, I attribute it to you all.
We love you.
We do.
I love you, Spicy Misty. Jess,
I
love
blame
you most.
Jill.
Chat, love you.
I blame Jill. I think Jill did it.
You blame Jill.
Jill did
it. And I just want to say,
are you behind?
Is she? I just want to say, Bunny family, we love you. Without you guys, we are nothing. And I just want to reiterate again that without you, all of you in the Bunny family, I could not be Spicy without all of the bunnies. So I just want to tell you that I love you.
We love you
we
too.
Love you, Spicy.
I love all of you too. I think it's obvious. I talk about it all the time. I'm like so lucky to be surrounded by not only like the community, but these women. They got me through the worst month and a half ever out here. And I never doubted them. I did doubt them. That's wrong. They never wavered in their support for me. It was always extremely hard, like balls to the wall, didn't care about who would come at them, knew that they would be targets, and then and just worked and helped me. And I only came in every day out of fear for Prison Misty because she was basically like, I missed your show. But like, even, just like Moon's kind of organizing things. And then to our background queen who is back there and she's in the shadows. Like, I wish one day, I hope I can tell you all about her, but like everything
love you, queen.
To organize and to like make sure I'm prepared and everything. And like, there's a lot of bullshit out there where people like, you have such a small channel. What do you need a team for? I don't know. It feels good. It feels better than being by yourself. It feels wonderful to have other people that like want to do the same shit and feel the same way about stuff. And I feel like it's I think what we have here is a reflection of the chat that was always there right from the get. You know what I mean? Like women talking, feeling the same way, wanting to like get along, wanting to bitch and cry with each other all the time. Like, if this is being wrong, like, I don't want to be right, man. Like, it's exactly it's not exactly where I want to be. I want to be bigger. I want more. I want more of us. I want more creators. I want more shows. I want more people like being able to say, like, I hung up my show, closed it for the night, and I feel good about everything. I want you to get into bed the way I get into bed after I have a good show and grab my phone and I put it on and I play and then I watch the chat and I look at everybody's comments. It is the best feeling.
It's my favorite part.
Me too. And that's why I hate when I have to edit it or I lose it, because like, it's almost like it's dead to me. Like the chat and missing that opportunity to come in and just like watch everybody react and comment and see them happy or sad. I want other people to feel it. I hope you guys feel it when you have your shows. Like, it's one of my favorite things to do.
It's the best part of the whole thing.
People watch me. It's weird.
Yeah. You're not there yet.
No, I mean, it just feels really awesome, to get such great support and love and all, the mushy gushy stuff. And then you question, like, what do they see in me? Why do they want to watch me? It's weird.
They see either something in them that they like is the same or something they want to be like.
Something they resonate with.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I'm here. I think I resonate with you. I think you represent everything I wish I could see in myself.
Well, I think I'm ahead of everybody with that. I've always, you know what I mean? I'm a little bit further ahead of you, but like, I'm not joking when I say like, I feel like you're different. I feel like you're opening up. I feel like you're just like, I don't know. It's great to watch.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I also think too, like with J7, like think about this. She was a chatter, right? And was just doing all of these things to make the chats better, being funny, always paying attention to the content creator, sending things to elevate the show, right? And like it was so disrespected and not cared for. And so now she has her own show and everybody fucking watches it. They all watch it. The people
They
who
do.
fucking were like, they, you know what I mean? Like this bitch has got like an almost $40 per 1,000 view CPM. Like even YouTube knows. And it's almost just like, I don't know, like to be able to watch her, to be able to have her own space where they were so quick to fucking snuff it out. It's validating for sure. And then Spicy Misty, who again is always been like, I said this too the other day, like Spicy Misty's been around YouTube for a long time, right? She knows about all these people. She knows about Ricada. She knows about all these things. Never once did Spicy Misty start a YouTube channel, and she's got her equipment. She's going to start like something that we've done, this community and these people have like made her move the line and say like, now I want to be here. And I don't know, like, stop it.
It's all of you.
I just also feel like life is weird. It's 2026. It's post-COVID. There's no like fucking the Huxtables aren't on TV. Like everything is weird. So where do you go to feel good? You know what I mean? Where do you go to shit talk? Where do you go to like bitch and complain or talk about your childhood? Like right here, I guess. And so it's just, I love it here. I love it here.
Who's cutting onions? Stop it.
Just really happy. That's it. And they can't fucking take that at all.
No.
Because I swear
No.
to God, if you do, we will just meet out in parking lots. Like you
Yes.
cannot stop it.
And they are the thing that makes the most mad is we're being ourselves. We don't have to be
Yes.
fake,
Yes.
you know.
We ain't fake.
Yes.
Like it or love it, bitches.
All right, whores. And then to the bunnies. Number one, for all of you who have been here and have been besties, unfortunately, that is being retired. We are no longer besties. We're giving that to the trash. The trash is taking itself out, and besties are going with it. I hope you enjoy it. We are bunnies. That's it. So all bunnies. Sorry. But to you guys, obviously, none of us could do any of this if it weren't for you. And we love you. I, yes, definitely have parasocial relationships with some of you. It's very unhealthy. But I don't know. So far, it's been working out. I enjoy it. And thanks for like letting me do all of this stuff. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Okay. Oh, and fuck you, Aiden. All right, let's we're gonna end. And that's actually, I won't end on that. Since nothing has changed with Aiden, I hope he stays out of jail. I wish he hadn't done this. And if he wants to apologize to me, I will gladly consider. Mazel. Bye, Queens.
We love
Bye.
you.
Good night. Bye. Good
Love
night.
you guys.
Good night.
Love you.
See you in the
Love
morning.
you, fam.
Yeah,
see you in the morning.
See you in 7 hours.
See you in 7 hours. Wait, do we have an exit song? Hold on. before we
Maybe
go.
not. Maybe 9. Maybe 9.
Hold on. We didn't have an outro. I think we should make it. What do you want it to be?
The 24
want
and 24.
You want it to be. Oh, I know what it has to be. It has to be I Will Take It There at the request of our caller this morning. And I am so lucky that I have Moonsy who added it to everything so we can play it as our outro. Okay.
Good night, everybody. Love you.
Good night.
Caw-caw.
And good night and good morning to the replay crew. We love you too.
We love the
Yes.
replay.
We love you too.
Hey, like and subscribe. Montante out.
I know we are so far away, and we can't hold each other now. But soon we will be together. I'll find you in the crowd. An ocean of apart we are, but not for long, I know. Text me what you're wearing until the Wilbur show. Under the table I will touch you, finger bang you off stream long. Above the desk I'm dope boy, but your daddy down below. I'm gonna finger bang you after the Wilbur. You are my secret girlfriend, keep it locked inside. But when I come to the United States, this door is gonna rise. Sure, we text all day and night, but I'm coming to see the show. I have so many fans to spank, this fleshlight's gonna glow. Under the table I will touch you, finger bang you all stream long. Above the desk I'm dope boy, but your daddy down below. I'm gonna finger bang you after the Wilbur. I am a small man with small hands and small eyes, and I sleep all alone. Send me all your money and gifts, or else I will ignore you forever. I will do my newest stream right in my hotel room. But no one will ever know I'm knuckles deep in your pain. Keep your sunglasses on and super chat me all your thoughts. In my country I'm a loser, but here I am a god. I'm good the table, I will touch you, finger bang you all stream long. Above the desk I'm dope boy, but your